getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time now, I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time now, I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Hanging out with baby girl. Try to give y'all the best show that we possibly can. We got a good one for y'all, though. There's a lot to talk about. I'm excited about it. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in the building. Punch that like button, ladies and gentlemen. All right, y'all, let me know if the audio and the video is just fine, because I was having some technical difficulties. I want to make sure that we're good. Let me know in the comment section. I want to make sure the audio and the video is just fine. Put a yes for yes and a no for no. I'll wait on your response. Video is blurry. All right, clear. Video is bad. Great. TD was having class. Video bad. Those who said video bad, is it starting to clear up? Is it starting to clear up? Just curious. You're good. Video clear, TD. Video better now. It's clear now. I don't know what's going on. I'm having a little bit of difficulties when I sign in. This happens every time I take everything apart and put it back together. So hopefully we don't have any issues. If we do, bear with me. I may need to reboot, but hopefully not. Shout out to Ricardo Joseph. Shout out to the homie being a member. Said proud to be a member. Keep it up, TD. Love you, brother. Thank you for that. Real talk. Real talk. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for saying that. You know, I just want to stop and start real quick this stream off by saying thank all y'all, man. Thank those who really got my back, man. I appreciate y'all who really got my back. I ain't perfect. TD is just a normal guy like everybody who watches him. That has a huge family. I told somebody I got a family of 7, but now I realize I got to stop saying 7. It's 8, 6 kids, 2 and me and the wife. I'm a normal person, man, that love the Dolphins. But at the same token, I'm a normal person. You know, I know people expect me to be perfect or say all the right things. It's just not me. I'm not going to always be politically correct. I'm not going to always sound the most proper. I can if I wanted to, but I ain't going to always do that because I ain't got time for that. You know, I've been enjoying the opportunity of being me and being myself. You know, y'all got to understand. I mean, I was in corporate America for 10 years in management and stuff. And I just got to be honest with y'all. You know, you got to put on, you know, smile when you don't want to smile and be, you know, pleasant when you don't want to be pleasant. Say certain words when you don't want to say them, just to do what you got to do. And I know many of you all deal with that every single day. And this channel has allowed me to just be me and let those who are like me or aren't shook by me gravitate to me. So that's why I say I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all allow me to do something that I love to do, be me while I'm doing it, and I don't have to be apologetic. Like I always say, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. And what gets me is that nothing gets to me. Other than this team not having success. I hate it. But anyway, like again, thank y'all. Thank you to the members. Thank you to all y'all who always send me a message. Let me know you appreciate me in my Instagram, Facebook messages, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere, man. I appreciate y'all. All right. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. This channel ain't nothing without y'all. And I always tell y'all that. This channel ain't nothing without y'all, and y'all hold me down. They could have been canceled TD for not being a Tua believer, but this channel has held me down. They have allowed me to express my opinions, give my analysis, and whether it end up right or wrong, we keep it moving. Now I see y'all in the comment section. Y'all appreciate me for keeping it 100 and all of that. I appreciate y'all. I just want to stop and say that. All right. My family does too. All right. So with that being said, we want to give y'all the best show that we possibly can. Me and baby girl. Ooh, you done spit up a little bit, huh? I put you on the spot. Daddy, get me off camera. Get me off camera. I ain't do my hair. Why you got me on camera and I ain't do my hair? Get me off camera. All right. What about now? That's better. That's better, mama. Oh, man. Mommy say she gonna come get you in 10 minutes, okay? Until then, you hanging out with me. All right. Where's her boat? Shh. My mama gonna get on me for not having it on her head. I'm tired of them things. They be blinding her and all kind of stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. But anyway, let's get to it, man. This stream is being brought to you all, ladies and gentlemen, by Mojo. I think we know what Mojo is by now. Again, it's your opportunity to invest in your favorite players or players you don't like, or just invest in general. Build you a stock portfolio with players, not only in the NFL, but they're going to be doing college. They're going to be rolling out some other stuff soon. It's going to be exciting. Mojo Sports is the game that basically you get to invest. And listen, I love the stock market. If you know anything about the stock market, you know sports better than those stocks out there. Most of y'all know sports better than the real stock market. So this is your opportunity to make the right investments in players you believe in their long-term future and what they can do long-term. We've been following Tua Tagovailoa for quite some time. We were excited 2 weeks ago when he reached over $40, $42 or something like that. And now, after the last two performances, he's dropped below 40 again. But, man, if we're going to make the playoffs, we're going to need his value to go back over 40. That's a good sign that he's playing great football. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. He's going to have to get in the upper echelon of quarterbacks. And when you talk about upper echelons, you want to type in people like Justin Herbert. And there you have it. Herbert is more than double the value at $92 at such a young age in this league, man. And Herbert's stock should be going up even more. He's definitely a guy to invest in. But I would still think about investing in Tua. If you're gambling, if you want to bet on him, I would still, consider investing in Tua, because if you believe that it was just a bump in the road and his stock can go up, then hey, it's a good investment. If you believe he's already done the best that he can do, then I would short the stock or not get involved in okay? At all, pretty much. So go download the app, Mojo app, or go to the description of the video and the link is there. Pull it up, download it, and it'll automatically let them know that TD Fans Talk sent you. Now, here's the beautiful thing. It's only available in Jersey. So when it comes to you, you'll actually be able to invest. But right now, it's only available in Jersey. Some people are like, yeah, I want to get in it, but I ain't got no money right now. If you ain't in Jersey, it doesn't matter if you don't have no money. You can't invest anyway, but you can download the app and go ahead and look at it, look at the stocks, and you ain't got to put no money in because you can't. And it definitely helps this channel out big time if you go download the app. That way they'll know that TD Fans Talk sent you. The link is in the description of the video. All right. Appreciate you guys for that. But here we are. We're doing a stream tonight. And this stream is going to be it's going to be an extended stream. We'll probably be streaming for quite some time because we're going to go over a lot of stuff. So buckle yourselves, seatbelts in if you want to hang out with me tonight and talk Miami Dolphin football. But before we do, we got 250 people watching, but we only got 89 likes. Let's at least hit that like button. All right. Now, we're going to do different segments of this stream. The stream is titled Miami Dolphins Status of the Team. We'll talk about the status of the team. We'll do a film review. We'll talk about media takeaways and etc. So the first thing we're going to do is the media takeaways in a moment. But I love what I started doing last week, and I want to continue to do that because I feel like I get you all engaged a lot more when I do it. Shout out to David with the donation. All right. But I want you to go ahead right now and ask all the questions that you want me to answer. And later in the show, I will answer all of them. And I only have 21 slots. So in the comment section, we're going to take 3 minutes right now for you to tell me what you want my opinion on, what you want my thoughts on. It could be anything, even if it's non-Dolphin related. I don't mind sometimes. Go ahead and put it in the description right now. I'm in the comment section, okay? All right. Put it in there. TD, can McDaniel run the ball and make Tua scramble? Run ball and Tua scramble. We'll get to that. Armstead status. Okay. I'll get to your super chat after I get these questions done, David. Wait, where's my controller? Oh, here it is. All right, let me catch these. Is Tua a top 10 QB in the NFL this year? Is Tua top 10 this year? All right. Number 4, Trading X. All right. Oh, here you go. Sorry, y'all. All right, number 4 is Trading X. All right, now I go faster. All right, what do you think of Byron? What do you do with Byron X? What to do with Byron and X? All right. Why the hell are Tyndall and Ezukama still not seeing the field? Tyndall, Ezukama, not seeing field. All right. Will we win a playoff game? Will we win a playoff game? If you drop a super chat, I will get to it. Appreciate you dropping it. All right, Tua just had 2 bad games. That's all. He will ball out next year. All right. What are your thoughts on Bradley Chubb's performance so far? Bradley Chubb performance thus far. All right, these are good questions. Let me see. TD, you're the best. I watch your clock blockers. Appreciate you, bro. Any more questions? Can we trade Tua? Can we trade Tua? Can we beat Buffalo? I'm looking for questions, y'all. Is Tua blaming McDaniel in the post-game interview? Tua blame McD in post-game interview? Ooh, I'll have to research that one because I ain't even watch it. Thoughts on stock market, TD? I don't know the real one. Thoughts on stock market. All right. Can we all just get along? Javon Holland video. Good one, because I already responded to that trash. Holland video. All right. No, I can't play quarterback. Can we better the linebacking core next season? Can we better the linebacking core next season? Few more questions, y'all. Do we need to draft a QB? Do we draft QB? A few more. Is the offense predictable? Is the offense predictable? All right. Oh man, it's moving fast now. Let me slow down. TD, I can't look that up. Can we run the ball? Four more, guys. Rank your NFL top 10 teams. Rank your NFL top 10 teams. Three more. Is two of the reasons why Waddle is injured with his ball placement? I don't think so. Looking for a good question. Is Mike and Tua the combo if we miss playoffs? Number 20. Two more, y'all. Should we fire Greer for getting building around Tua? Should we fire Greer for building around Tua? One more question, and then we'll go ahead and get started for tonight. Do we need a physical receiver? All right. I'm going to start doing this more often because it lets me know what y'all are wondering. Instead of me just always talking about what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Please hit that like button. Let's have a moment of silence for everybody killing the like button. Let's get to 200 likes so we can keep it moving. Everybody who does it, thank y'all so much. It's so greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and hit some of the things that we already say that we're going to talk about. Media takeaways from our loss against the Chargers. The media, what the media is taking away from this is it depends on what part of the media. There's still people making excuses for others, but the media basically has no respect for us anymore. We can go out and win the next 4 games. It's really not going to matter. Now, the Buffalo game is important because if we lose that, they are going to disrespect us for the next 2 years just from that 3-game slump. If we win against Buffalo, they still won't respect us, but they'll just keep quiet a little bit, and wait to see what happens in the playoffs. But the media, basically, we went out there and laid some bad eggs, and they basically are telling us that we're nobodies. The Miami Dolphins are nobodies, and that's why this whole game sucked so much, because we put our own foot in our mouth. We did this to ourselves. Self-inflicted. Joy Taylor is a Tua apologist. Yeah, I saw her and Acho. They definitely were Tua apologists. They do everything they can to tear Herbert down. They literally said, I didn't see anything in that game impressive by Herbert. You tell me a quarterback who's ever had a game showing that level of pocket presence. We've seen plenty of quarterbacks make great moves in the pocket, but this man literally about 20 times that night just evaded the pass rush with the smooth, calm nature of it. Not scrambling and getting away, shaking a guy and knocking him off. No, just like I saw defensive ends collapsing on him, and I could tell he was like, come on a little further. Oh, there we go. I'll slide now. In moments where I saw where most players would be like, oh, they coming. Let me get up quicker. And then they're scrambling because they moved sooner. I saw this man manipulating our pass rush. Yeah, I feel you and see you coming. You should be there about right now. Think about how many times our defender was about to swipe. Remember that play where Van Ginkel was about to sack fumble the ball, and right at the last minute, Herbert just shifted his body and threw it? Oh my gosh. You want to talk about what you saw impressive? That pocket presence was deadly. I've never seen a quarterback move like that and maneuver in the pocket in one game so many times. It was sickening, unreal. Like, man, this man got mirrors in the back of his head. So that was highly impressive. His throws were highly impressive. He did a lot of dinking and dunking, but took the big shot where necessary, how it should be. And don't get me wrong, when we see the all-22, if we even look at Herbert's, you'll see some opportunities Herbert missed too, where he took this option, but the bigger one was there. And this is what I always tell people. Yeah, I'm not asking Tua to be perfect. Everybody's going to have some misses, but there's levels to the misses. Herbert might have had 4 big-time misses in the game, but then I do a film on Tua and there's 10. Everybody misses, TD. Yeah, but miss 4 times, not 10. Miss 2 times, not 6. There's levels to this stuff. And the one thing that was most telling in this game, if you're a real Dolphins fan and you know what's been going on the last few years, why is Herbert's production numbers right on cue with Tua's, right? And this is the year he has the Tua bad situation. The bad O-line, barely has his receivers healthy. Last night screw last night's game. We're talking about every week before last night. Hasn't had his receivers. Defense is on third stringers. Whole starting defense with huge players are missing. O-line is depleted. Well, if Herbert had what Tua had, he would look that bad too. That's what they said the first few years. If Herbert had this team, he would look bad too. But Herbert's actually producing numbers that are quite similar to what Tua's producing in his so-called great year without everything around him. That was the most telling thing in this game for me. Is showing, and I don't care what none of y'all say, that O-line was just as bad as any O-line we've had in the last 3 years for Herbert. The man was running for his life all night. The man had to evade pressure all night. That's why you recognize the pocket presence the way you did. That O-line for them, even though, to be fair, 2 of their best tackles were out, in the interior, it wasn't good to begin with, but one of them supposedly hurt. So here you are dealing with a bad O-line. Your run game didn't do nothing. Your number one running back rushed for 3 yards per carry. Nobody had over 50 yards rushing. They didn't go off. It's crazy, man. Ryan said, TD, stop being fake, dude. Javon Holland was talking about you. I don't know. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan, about me being fake. I don't need to be fake. I actually responded to what Javon Holland said. I don't know if he was talking about me, but I don't care if he was talking about me. At the end of the day, with what he was saying, I recognize I fit into that category, and proudly, though. As a matter of fact, since you bring it up, I might well X that one off the list because I'll address it now. Javon Holland need to get off his apartment floor on his back talking about what fans need to do. Let me get something straight, y'all. And this is where the fans need to start taking their power back. Players don't tell you what to do. Their only influence is what they do on the field. Fans run this. Fans run this league. We're the ones giving them millions. We're the ones that's contributing, buying this and buying that, paying their salaries. They don't tell us how to be fans. The only thing they need to do is dictate the reaction we give them by what they do on the field. You don't tell nobody, even if we lose and we're no good, you're supposed to ride. Who are you? We want you replaced if you're no good. We don't owe you nothing. And we do ride for our team, but that don't mean we ain't got to talk. Just like in your own household and every single one of y'all household, do families not call each other out? Do they not get on each other? When somebody out of line, do you not have that conversation and that spat? Yes, you do. And another thing, the logo is forever. You are irreplaceable and temporary. And this is why I tell y'all, stop falling in love with these players, fall in love with the team. You ain't no player on that roster can tell me how to be a fan. The only thing they are responsible to do, they need to stay in their place and dictate how we act based off of what they do on the field. They have nothing to say to us. They have absolutely nothing to say to us as fans. Now, I know all y'all who want everybody to be positive agree with him. Yeah, Javon Holland, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know why our fans are like that. Yeah, keep on sucking up. And then when we trade him, or he's not the future, or he's great and 20 years later he ain't here no more, or we never win a Super Bowl, or we go to a Super Bowl and he the one that get beat on the game winner. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the only talking they need to do to fans about how we should be fans will be dictated by how this team produces on the field. Go out there, win some playoff games, and ain't nobody going to be doing what y'all crying about us doing. That is the only point that I'm here to make. You go out there and win some playoff games, go win a Super Bowl, and you ain't got to get on camera saying, y'all supposed to ride with us, because we going to ride. Ain't nobody going to ride with trash. I'm going to love my team and hope, just like the Miami Hurricanes. Y'all don't understand. I am a huge Hurricane fan. I ride with the Hurricanes. But guess what? Every Saturday, 21-0, we losing. Cut the TV off. I love y'all, but I'm not supporting this trash. The least I do is check in on the score to see if we back. No, we ain't back. And about week 6, we probably ain't gonna make a bowl. I don't even watch another game. So don't tell me how to be a fan. You go out there, ball out, and get the rest of the mums to ball out, because ain't nobody was complaining about Javon Holland. Ain't nobody saying nothing bad about Javon Holland, because he been doing his job, right? So don't direct what we need to do to us. Go to them scrubs on the team that's out there. How about you step up and be the new leader, Javon Holland? How about you get all up in Xavier Howard and say you supposed to be that dude? Step it up. Why don't you be a big dog? Don't cower behind how many years you've been in the league and that you're still young and he the big dog with the money. No, step up and be the leader and get on Xavier Howard. How about you lay down on your living room floor, with your phone like you did trying to talk to us and say, you know what, man, X, I need you to be better, bro. We need you to be better. You're supposed to be the leader. We need you to get these turnovers. We need you to lock your guy down because we need you to play at that level so that we could be a better defense. Why are you trying to come talk to us? Why are you trying to tell us what we need? You trying to basically tell us, accept us as we are. No, change how you are. Be better. Want to come outside your own house and talk to other people when your own house is dirty. X out there getting beat every week. Jerome Baker's supposed to be the guy in the middle championing with you, and he trash as can be. The whole linebacking core. Every week you going up against real linebackers. You see the difference. Get on them. Talk to them. Don't talk to us. You have no right to tell a fan how they should fan. It is your job to go out there and put the level of play on the field to dictate how we fan. It's that doggone simple. Out of here with that crap. Yeah, you feeling that heat because y'all done lost 2 games. And you ain't even, man, I'm going to leave it alone. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Javon Holland video. I personally feel like he needs to stay in his place. Now, I will take all of this back if you can show me that Javon Holland grew up a Dolphin fan. And then I'll take his video as another fan. Because if you're a player that was once a fan and grew up a fan, then you see, I don't care about if any one of y'all said what he said, you got a right to say that. You got a right to tell another fan, man, y'all need to chill, man. We gonna be all right. Gosh, man, y'all can't be going off and on. We can debate that. We can be like, well, I feel like we can. We can do that. But as a player, you have no right. Now, if y'all show me some videos saying that he was a born and raised Dolphin fan and Javon Holland, I am sorry. I am sorry for even coming at you because I should have took it as if you were a fan. But I'm going to guess he not. I'm going to guess he one of them Eagles, Cowboys, or Saints fans. I'm just going to guess that off rip. I don't even know who he a fan of. But if you look it up, I bet you it's the Eagles, Cowboys, Saints, or some crap like that. And if you're a Dolphin fan, like I said again, you know what? I'm tripping. I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. Please. Bro laying his life on the line for the team. Sounds crazy, bro. And guess what? Are the guys around him out there laying his life out there for the team as trash as they playing? Why you worrying about what we think? The only thing you're supposed to be thinking about as a football player are those brothers in the locker room. You ain't supposed to be worried about outside distractions. You ain't supposed to be worried about what's going on the outside when you got the person next to you playing like trash. When you got the person in front of you playing like trash. And I don't care nothing about him going out there putting his life on the line. Anybody that's doing anything to put their life on the line shouldn't be putting their life on the line. But if you want to put your life on the line, that's self-inflicted. That is your business. At least you get millions to do it. This notion putting your life on the line, ain't nobody ask you to. This is what you choose to do. It ain't got nothing to do with us as fans. Nothing whatsoever. And another thing, I'll take your video serious if you go make one about Jerome Baker. Go make one about the rest of them linebackers. Go make one specifically about Xavier Howard. Matter of fact, I even challenge you to reverse it. I want you to be positive about X. Why don't you make a video, Javon Holland, and tell Xavier Howard, I'm going to ride with you even though you playing like trash. How about that? Because that's the message you're trying to get across. Why don't you go out and say, I'm going to ride with X even though he playing like trash? That's what a real fan does. Why don't you say that? Man, get out of here, man. Anywho, that's my response to the Javon Holland video. If you're a Dolphins fan, Javon Holland, from a young child all the way up, then I'm sorry for even mentioning a word about it. My rant was solely if you weren't. And I'm going to guess. I'm going to go out on a limb and blindly guess, like we blindly have loyalty to the team like we're supposed to, right? and guess that you're not. That you're not. All right, man. Let's keep it going. TD, the king of flip-flopping. Yeah, I've enjoyed that title. I enjoy being like Tua so much. Tua play like trash, I say he trash. Tua play great, I say he great. Oh, TD, why you flip-flopping? Then Tua go back to playing like trash. Oh, he trash. Man, you flip-flopping again. Hey, man, I just want to be like number one. I want to be like Uno. All I've ever set out to do is be like Uno. I just want to be like Uno. You know how most of y'all grew up wanting to be like Mike? I want to be like Uno. So, yeah, I'm a flip-flopper because his play on the field be flip-flopping. I'm the number one. I'm the Uno flip-flopper. Me and Uno, we flip-flop. We're the number Uno flip-floppers. God, some of y'all sound so ridiculous. Matter of fact, all of us supposed to be flip-floppers. If you ain't flip-flop on tour at no point in this season, then you ain't keeping it 100. Has he played great this season at times? Yeah. Has he played like pure trash at times? Yeah. Just by you saying he played great today, he played trash today, flip-flopper. That's what y'all call a flip-flopper. So if you hadn't flip-flopped this year, at least once, then you ain't keeping it a buck. You are not keeping it a buck. I ain't talking about the people, he played like trash today, but I still believe in him. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but he played like trash. Because y'all just don't want to hear somebody saying he playing like trash. TD schooling these fools still. Yeah, they come over here trying to come at me, trying to knock me off my horse and stuff. No, I'm very peculiar with my words. You a flip-flopper? Yeah, by definition, I am. Me and Uno are flip-floppers, yeah. And we proud of it. Me and Tua got something in common, y'all. I'm proud. Me and Tua got something in common. Oh, man. Anyway, let's keep it going. There's some things I want to go over too. I've had my theories on Tua Tagovailoa. I told y'all what I believed he was before we drafted him. Yeah, I've had my takes. And I'm talking to the real Dolphin fans right now who understand that, I'm just keeping it 100 and recognize that TD has always said, whatever I say doesn't make me right. It's just my opinion. So I'm talking to these people right now. Let me be very clear again. Anything that I've ever said about Tua Tagovailoa that isn't optimistic, favorable, positive, in my opinion, I mean this, and I mean this sincerely and humbly. I hope I'm wrong. What people need to come to the realization of is I want to be wrong. They don't want to accept the fact that I want to be wrong. They would just want to pigeonhole me in that was your opinion and you'll do anything by all means to be right. I don't care about being right. It's my opinion. I got to stick by it. It's what my brain is telling me is what's happening, and I got to stick by that. I can't let somebody else dictate what my brain that goes against what my brain is telling me. Then I have no control over my own thoughts, which means I probably have a mental disability to not have control over what my own thoughts are telling me and going with whatever somebody else's thoughts is telling them to overshadow mine. The sky is freaking blue today when I walked out. No, it's green. Dang. All right, it's green. Okay. That's a mental disability. And I have to go with what my brain is telling me. And I hope that I'm wrong and I get to see the reasoning of why I'm wrong. I don't want to be right because being wrong from what my brain is telling me about Tua based off of everything I've seen from him, being wrong would be a glorious day. Somebody told me today, well, if we win a Super Bowl oh boy, you're going to crash and burn. No, that's going to be the most glorious day, one of the most glorious days of my life, because all my kids being born and me being allowed to actually be there during the process were the most glorious days of my life. And making them with my wife, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, it would be a great feeling, especially if it's Tua. I don't want this kid to fail. I would love for him to succeed, but I do love this team. And if I don't believe he's the guy, the thing that bothers me the most is I just don't want to go through the years and years and years of talking about a team that ain't seeing the bigger picture. And I hope I'm wrong, because I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go through it regardless. But it's, if 10 years from now, we finally say Tua was never the guy, dang, we tried everything, that ain't going to be a joyous day for me. I'm not going to be celebrating. See, I told y'all 10 years ago. Yeah, I was right. I told y'all. See, man, y'all. No, it's going to hurt even more. God dang, man. Wish we would have just identified this early. That's all. And we want to ignore the facts that have constantly and consistently been presented to us. Constantly and consistently been presented to us. We just keep ignoring it, not caring whatsoever. And sometimes I say to myself, you know what? They just need to hear it from somebody else. They need to hear it from somebody else. So I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to play this clip. And the reality on this clip is, I know some of y'all ain't going to like it because y'all think he's a big Tua hater, but just like me, he ain't never did nothing but speak facts about Tua. But y'all just won't see it.
The legit stars and the posers. We saw separation. Geno Smith without a run game. Pretty average, isn't he? Tua under pressure last couple of weeks. He's bad, isn't he? Please judge quarterbacks when life isn't perfect.
Oh, my gosh.
When they're under pressure, when they're trailing late in games. Tua is small and brittle and not very athletic. Has he ever thrown a deep ball to Tyreek Hill that wasn't underthrown?
Maybe one, Collins, or two.
Clever, smart head coach and unbelievable wide receiver. So he has fooled a lot of people. I had 3 friends at the game last night, and 2 of them were texting me driving home, and they're like, oh, it's actually worse in person. There's guys wide open for the Dolphins. He just can't get the ball to him. The Chargers, they're not much open. And Herbert's going to still have the night of his life.
I don't even care about most of the stuff he said. It was all accurate, but this is what I want y'all to hear out of everything. Give me a second. The most important thing he said. This is the most important thing he said.
Bad, isn't he? Please judge quarterbacks when life isn't perfect.
That's all I keep trying to teach y'all. You judge quarterbacks when life ain't perfect. Y'all out here racing to put everything around them to make it perfect. You got to judge them when it ain't perfect. That's the only way to judge a quarterback. Is when life isn't perfect, because you keep chasing perfection around them when perfection is not realistic and not sustainable long term. Oh, we finally got perfect around him. Left tackle goes out. We finally got perfect around him. Wide receiver goes out. We finally got perfect around him. He goes out. Finally got perfect around him. The defense banged up. We finally got perfect around the running back. Whatever. You cannot judge a quarterback when things are perfect. And we are out here racing, trying to make everything perfect around him to see what he can be. And I'm here to tell y'all, 90% of quarterbacks would have the year of their life if they had perfect situations. That ain't telling you nothing. I didn't say 100%, but 90% of all quarterbacks would have the year of their life if they had everything around them. You judge them when it ain't perfect. Guess who didn't have a perfect situation on Sunday night? Guess who had nobody on defense? Clark didn't even play. I don't even know if you could name a defender that was on the field Sunday. Guess who didn't have an O-line on Sunday? Guess who didn't run the ball well on Sunday? Guess who didn't get great separation on Sunday? But how did he play? And he ain't going to always play that miraculous in these circumstances. But he not going to look like that level of trash that we saw on the other side of the ball. You have to judge quarterbacks when they're not in a perfect situation. Every team that go to the playoffs is banged up and they done lost two of their best players at some point in the season or in the playoffs. But you still got to go into that next round of the playoffs and be able to perform. Armstead goes out, everybody say next man up. And then after the game, oh man, I hope Armstead play next week. Now, Armstead is out there playing hurt, looking as worse as any of them. And now, man, it's McDaniel's fault. It's McDaniel's fault. It's all McDaniel. Like, look how y'all flip. Call me a flip-flopper. Look at what the fan base is doing. McDaniel's such a genius. Oh, my gosh, I told you Tua was elite. Oh, my gosh, stop taking away from him saying Tyreek and making him elite at Armstead. He's just doing it. Oh, my gosh, Tua's out, and look at how we're playing. Oh, my gosh, McDaniel's a genius. And in 2 weeks, he ain't out here genius. I ain't seen the word genius in 2 weeks. All of a sudden, he ain't a genius. All of a sudden, it's his fault, his play call. He been a genius all season, and in 2 weeks, now he's a bad play caller. He don't know how to adjust. Y'all ready to turn on anybody not named Tagovailoa. So now McDaniels is just as worse as Flores, especially if Tua have 4 more games like this, which ain't going to happen. Better not happen. Oh, it's Tyreek Hill's fault. He not looking for the ball. He ain't looking for Tua. He ain't looking for. Listen, it's what y'all remember that deep ball where Tua and Tyreek went on the same page. Tua threw it, and everybody was like, Tyreek ain't even looking for the ball. He ain't even see it. See, they're going to get mad at me tonight when I play the play. They're going to get mad at me tonight because TD bring the facts. Tyreek saw that ball. Tyreek knew he couldn't get to the ball. What's the first thing he did when he realized he couldn't get to it? Well, based off the trajectory, he looked right at the defender to make sure he wasn't going to pick it just in case he needed to tackle him. You know how I know Tyreek saw the ball and he didn't just miss it and he should have caught it? Because all you got to do is go look at where Tyreek is on the field and go look at where the ball landed. The ball landed 3 hash marks away from him. I keep trying to tell y'all on film, it looks so small. But do you know what 1 hash mark to the other, how many feet that is? Each hash mark is 3 feet. So if the ball landed 3 hash marks away, that's 9 freaking feet. Y'all don't realize real time on the field, Tyreek looked up, saw that ball, said, I ain't getting that. Let me look at the safety to make sure he ain't about to pick it off. Because it's going past me and somebody's behind me. That's 9 freaking feet. Y'all be looking at this film like that only look like 2 feet. Man, 3 hashes was between them. Now, don't get me wrong, on camera, it does look small. But that's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Between each hash is 3 feet. And they all, Tyreek could have caught that. He didn't even see the ball. No, Tyreek was running. Tyreek turned. He saw it. I ain't getting to that. And Tyreek went straight into let me play defense. He turned right around to the safety. He didn't turn around and look for the ball like, oh, was it behind me? No, he looked right at the safety, make sure he went and watched the safety go to the ground. Like, go by it. It was like, okay, it ain't picked. He was ready to make the tackle. Somebody said that's 3 yards away. I said 3 hash marks. The separation between Tyreek and where the ball landed was 3 hash marks. Each hash mark is 3 yards. 3, 6, 9. That's 9 feet. Y'all don't understand how big the field is. But no. It's Tyreek's fault. It's Tyreek's fault. Tyreek should have caught that. He wasn't even looking for the ball. He didn't know where it was. Well, you can't make this stuff up. The same man that even made us relevant in the game. The man that put up 14 by himself. You can't make this stuff up. If the ball lands 3 hash marks away, where was it in the air? Go look at it. That's another thing. When we watch the film, you're going to see where Tyreek is and how much to the left the ball was as well. How much to the left? Because remember, when it was in the air, Tyreek was a little further even back. He was even further away from it. Tyreek knew he couldn't get that. Y'all act like players ain't going and they're like looking at the ball. Yeah, I ain't getting that. And they just disregarded it and look to the defense, making sure nobody gonna pick it. Y'all underestimating, man, how wide these balls be away from these players sometimes. Sometimes y'all be like, oh, he didn't even reach for it. He could have put his arm up and got that. Y'all don't understand. Being on that field, you'll see the distances. And you can say the ball wasn't 9 feet away. All I got to tell you is it wasn't 1 feet away, and that's where it needed to be. I don't care if it was 2 feet away. It wasn't 1 feet away. That's for doggone sure. I ain't got to argue with you. I'll concede to you and say, okay, it wasn't 9 feet away. It wasn't 1 foot away. Anything over that, it was still an uncatchable ball. I ain't finna argue with you. Give me a second. Tyreek MVP. No, he's slowing down on that trajectory. I think he banged up, and I think he's tired. I think Tyreek is tired as well. But anywho, let me put something on the field because, like I told y'all need to hear it from others. At this point, I realize you got to hear it from others. And this was a great one. It's going to be that moment. Get that off. This is going to be a great one right here. I actually appreciate whoever sent this to me. I don't remember. I got to look it up. A great example of what Brandon Staley was doing. All right. Let me play this for y'all real quick. I'm going to share my screen. This is a little video analysis. Just a little. All right. All right, we good on that. Let me make it bigger. Let me window. Share the window. Ooh, it ain't going. I don't know if it'll give me audio. Let me see. Y'all give me a second. Dang, it may not give me audio, and I want audio. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. Y'all give me 1 second so I can try to download this to myself because I need y'all to see this. All right, this is on my Twitter, so all right, retweet. All right, my bad, y'all. I'm just gonna share a screen off of my Twitter. Twitter. Gosh, what's wrong with this thing? Yeah, bear with me. Man, do I not know how to use Twitter? Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. All right, here we go, y'all. Let me share my browser. Share screen, Chrome tab, Twitter, share audio tab. So we should be good. All right. First, I want y'all to tell me if you can hear it or not. Yes or no?
2nd and 9, the Dolphins get in one of their favorite looks.
Can you hear it? Yes or no?
Tyreek Hill, and then they snap it right as he gets into a stack alignment with Jalen Waddle. From this alignment, they put a ton of.
Could you hear that? Yes or no?
Vertical stress on you, right? They can run the big post here. They can run the corner route. They run a little curl route.
All right,
Tyreek Hill's on the wheel route, right? So he's got momentum. He can go vertical. I want to talk about.
All right, so I'm glad y'all could hear this. This is about to explain everything that I've been continuing to tell y'all. Okay. And, I went on a back and forth with somebody telling me about the terminology spot thrower today. So I'm going to try to change the terminology from spot thrower to a guy who just does not read defenses and put the ball where it should be if the timing was right. Okay. So this is a perfect illustration of it.
This play, a great example of what Brandon Staley was doing to Tua last night. 2nd and 9, the Dolphins get in one of their favorite looks. They get this jet motion from Tyreek Hill, and then they snap it right as he gets into a stack alignment with Jalen Waddle. From this alignment, they put a ton of vertical stress on you, right? They can run the big post here. They can run the corner route. They run a little curl route. Tyreek Hill's on the wheel route, right? So he's got momentum. He can go vertical upfield. He can run a little stop route, or he can run a dig. That's what he runs on this play, right? So they have a ton of vertical stress on you, and they get to this intermediate middle of the field with Tyreek Hill. So what do the Chargers do? Because the Chargers know this is coming. The Dolphins run this play constantly. Pre-snap, it looks like press
predictable offense. We run this stuff constantly.
Coverage, right? Michael Davis pressed up on Tyreek Hill. The Dolphins run this play constantly. Pre-snap, it looks like press coverage, right? Michael Davis pressed up on Tyreek Hill. They love this matchup. They've been pressing Tyreek Hill with Michael Davis all night. So the Dolphins say, we're not going to let you press. We're going to put Tyreek Hill in motion. Man coverage usually.
So I had to say this. Stop blaming Mike McDaniel for not making adjustments. They were press coverage all night. So what did McDaniel say? All right, we need to get our playmakers the ball. We need to stop getting them pressed. We're going to start putting whoever we want to go to really in motion now because you can't press in motion. He was actually making subtle adjustments. We were man-to-man all night. We were man-to-man all night, and then McDaniel said, okay, we need to do motion with whoever's going to get the ball. That way we can give them a free release. Because otherwise we're having trouble. Our receivers ain't getting off the block.
Michael Davis would follow Tyreek Hill. But man coverage, usually Michael Davis would follow Tyreek Hill. But in this case, the slot follows him. The Chargers are saying, listen, Michael Davis is only helpful to us if he's pressing. If you're going to put him in motion, we can't press him. We're not going to send Michael Davis chasing him. We're going to send the slot after him. So now you get the slot corner and Asante Samuel against these two routes from Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Watch the leverage with which these two corners play.
So what he's not explaining that y'all need to know, basically this was the Chargers game plan on a concept. The slot receiver is this guy, if you can see my mouse by the 40-yard line, he looks like the third linebacker, but he's the slot corner, okay? What he was going to do on this play of Tyreek stayed over there, he was going to keep inside of Tyreek because Tyreek's on the outside. This guy was going to have one-on-one with Tyreek, but he was going to stay inside of Tyreek just in case he cut across the middle, that's what we want to do. So they wanted to make sure the middle of the field and those quick slants were covered. So that's what the slot guy over here was doing, because that's the same concept on this side. At the bottom of the screen, they're going to stay outside, and they're going to let the safety come downhill on the lesser of the two, which is which is Waddle. But now you have the flip of it, and all they're going to do is flip it themselves. They're going to bring the nickel. So even pre-snap, the nickel was going to – it didn't look like it right here. This nickel not even looking at Tyreek. This nickel is looking at this slot receiver. But they're disguising this. He really has Tyreek on the inside.
With Michael Davis all night. So the Dolphins say, we're not going to let you press. We're going to put Tyreek Hill in motion. Man coverage, usually Michael Davis would follow Tyreek Hill. But in this case, the slot follows him. The Chargers are saying, listen, Michael Davis was only helpful to us if he's pressing. If you're going to put him in motion and we can't press him, we're not going to send Michael Davis chasing him. We're going to send the slot after him. So now you get the slot corner and Asante Samuel against these two routes from Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Watch the leverage with which these two corners play. Bang. Inside and upfield. Inside and upfield. What are the Chargers saying with this? They're saying,
taking away the middle.
You want the intermediate middle. This is Tua throws to this area of the field more than any quarterback in the league by a mile. We are not going to give it to you. Anything that is inside and breaking upfield, we are going to have leverage on. We're going to have a lurking safety, right? Robber safety dropping this area of the field. We are not going to give it to you. It's not open. So Tua should see pre-snap. The second this ball snapped and he gets his eyes to this safety. Once this safety's in this area of the field, check and see the leverage of these corners. He should know this is not open. This is.
So why didn't Tua know? I'm about to show y'all why he didn't know. Even this guy recognized as soon as the ball was snapped, he has to recognize that.
Snap. The second this ball snapped and he gets his eyes to this safety. Once this safety's in this area of the field, check and see the leverage of these corners. He should know this is not open. This is
now pause. As soon as you see this safety in the middle of the field, the guy just said, check on the leverage of these corners. Does Tua ever check on the leverage of the corners? No, because whatever I always told y'all, he looks down the middle of the field at the safety, then he turns the other way, already ready to fire the ball. He don't even know what's going on over there. He don't even know what's going on. I tell y'all this every time. He look at the safety, and then as long as the safety where they need to be, he turn, and he don't even know what's going on. He ready to fire the ball. But this time, the safety is already going where he wants to go, so that should reroute you automatically. That should tell you your weapons, Tyreek and Waddle, they're not going to be there in the middle. So what should your next progression be? It has to be to another route. It has to be to one of these underneath guys. Right here, you should already know this safety is bailing to the area where I want to throw the ball. And then what makes matters even worse, you don't even look at the leverage the corners have on the inside. You don't even look at the leverage. To read your progressions in what's a clean pocket, right?
Is never, ever, ever, ever open. He should be processing post-snap and not throwing this ball.
Look, ball already gone. Hold on. Let's go back to Tua eyes, y'all. Watch it. Once he not looking at the safety, he never even looks. He just throws the ball. This is what I've been telling y'all all this time. He'll look at the safety just to look off of where he want to go, and then he'll fire where he want to go regardless of what's going on. Look at this. Watch this. Watch his head. Turn it. Did he even look? Ladies and gentlemen, did he ever look? He just fired the ball saying, I hope my guy where he's supposed to be. And look at the corners. Both of them got inside underneath leverage. And they tell me I don't know what I be talking about. They tell me I don't know what I be talking about. Now, when he throws this ball,
He throws it because Tua doesn't do a lot of post-snap processing. Instead, he just points and shoots wherever Mike McDaniel said there'd be
Oh,
space
my
where
God.
Tyreek Hill is. I'm just going to throw it there. So
let me play that again. What did he say? Listen to his
he
words.
throws it because Tua doesn't do a lot of post-snap processing. Instead, he just points and shoots wherever Mike McDaniel said there'd be space wherever Tyreek Hill is. I'm just going to throw it there. So the Chargers have this gloved up right now. Tua should.
Have I not been saying that? Have I not been saying that all season, y'all? Let me play that one more time for you. This is the one argument I've been telling y'all all season.
Post-snap and not throwing this ball. He throws it because Tua doesn't do a lot of post-snap processing. Instead, he just points and shoots wherever Mike McDaniel said there'd be space wherever Tyreek Hill is. I'm just going to throw it there. So the Chargers have this gloved up right now. Tua should be saying, all right, one-on-one with Mike Gesicki, one-on-one Alec Ingold. Those are your best options because the Chargers have taken away everything you wanted. If you're running an out.
Or the running back in the flat, because look at the pocket. It's as clean as day. You never needed to rush the pass.
Or you could throw this to Tyreek Hill, but you're not corners. He should know this is not open.
Watch the running back out of the backfield.
This is never, ever, ever, ever open. He should be processing post-snap and not throwing this ball.
Look at the running back out of the backfield. Y'all see him down there in the flat? Gesicki should have been your read right away at the 40-yard line for at least a 5-6 yard gain. And then the running back, if Gesicki would have turned and blocked, then you got free space. You never know what would have happened. Pick a guy, let it fly. Dan Marino words, and I told y'all those were bad words. So when people want to say, yeah, but if they took away the middle, why wouldn't you just throw it in the flat? Mike McDaniel, draw up plays for the flat. What are y'all looking at? What are y'all looking at right now? Look at the coverage on Tyreek and Waddle. Why is the ball even there? Why did the ball even? And people want to tell me the numbers tell you he has to be processing to get the numbers he's getting. No, these dumb teams been running cover 2, and he's been doing the same thing, and it turned into a completion. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. If they would have ran cover 2, and they didn't specifically scheme for him like every team does in the playoffs, this would have been a completion for 25 yards, and y'all would be like, Tua cooking. Oh, my God, Tua cooking. That's exactly what y'all would be saying right now. Man, Tua playing like an MVP. Oh, my gosh, he hitting everything wide open in the middle. If they didn't play this defense, Tua would have connected for 25 yards right here. And probably more. This is what y'all. So Stephen D gonna ask me on the show this morning. So Tua's always played like this all year, TD. It's not just these 2 games. Yes, he's always played like this. Even in the games he were great, this is how he plays. Lucky for him, the defenses left the middle of the field wide open, and he connected on these. If they left the middle of the field wide open, he would have connected on this too. He would have connected on tons last night. And I got to be the villain every time. I got to be the guy that don't know what he talking about when the evidence is in every. Like, how can I skew this for my agenda to hate on Tua? This is elementary 1 + 1 = 2. You trash. And I don't know who this man is doing this analysis, but look at every word that he say right now. Is it not what I've been saying?
Field, we are going to have leverage on. We're going to have a lurking safety, right? We're going to give it to you. It's not open.
Watch every word he say.
See pre-snap. The second this ball snapped and he gets his eyes to this safety. Once this safety's in this area of the field, check and see the leverage of these corners. He should know this is not open. This is.
So right here, I want you to listen to every word he says from this point on.
Never, ever, ever, ever open. He should be processing post-snap and not throwing this ball. He throws it because Tua doesn't do a lot of post-snap processing. Instead, he just points and shoots wherever Mike McDaniel said there'd be space wherever Tyreek Hill is. I'm just going to throw it there. So the Chargers have this gloved up right now. Tua should be saying, all right, one-on-one with Mike Gesicki, one-on-one Alec Ingold. Those are your best options because the Chargers have taken away everything you wanted. If you're running an out-breaking route, sure, you could throw this to Tyreek Hill, but you're not. The Chargers don't think you can throw that far hash. So they're not respecting that route.
See, and they don't. They don't respect that. Do y'all know how hard it is if they ran the route where Waddle and Tyreek was on the out route right here? It'll be the perfect play to run on this. But Tua, do y'all understand how hard of a throw that is outside the numbers to that spot? Tua ain't ready for that. He has never been able to make that throw. That is a hard throw to make. I'll never forget when the Dolphins played the Bucs. No, the Patriots. This is when Antonio Brown was on the Patriots. I was at that game. I was doing this channel. I was at that game, and I'll never forget this same route. Brady threw that ball so freaking legit. One of these, the ball took forever to get there, but it was the most pretty accurate ball, toe tipper on the sideline. I was like, that was a pass because they're hard to make. It's hard to make. And the only time we do this play, it's a corner. I mean, it's a post route or whatever, coming to the sideline where we dump it in the Waddle. Y'all done seen some where we ran down the field and we ran in cover 2, that gap between the 40 and the 50-yard line. Rare cases we've seen this, but it's actually a heave up down the field to the sideline.
I think you're always going to throw in breaking. So they're just going to cover it up. And you have to process. You have to get off the read. He doesn't do it. There's no window to throw to incomplete.
It's crazy. This is crazy to me.
He gave it to you. It's not open. So Tua should see pre-snap. The second this ball snapped and he gets his eyes there to this safety. Once this safety's in this area of the field, check and see the leverage of these corners. He should know this is not open.
He never checks to see the leverage of the corners because he doesn't care about seeing the leverage of the corners, because this is why you have to go get the best receivers in the league, because you don't care about leverage. You just expect them to beat their guys. But this is the NFL. Even the greatest wide receivers on some routes aren't going to get open based off of the scheme.
This is never, ever.
They were never going to be open on this scheme. None of them were bumped at the line of scrimmage. They are full speed, able to run their routes. They do a great job running their routes with precision, but they were never going to be open based off of this defense. But Tua didn't recognize it because he never even read the corners, the leverage. He only cared about the safety. That's all McDaniel is teaching him. Look at the safety, and if he does this, you should have this. If he does that, you should have this. It's elementary. There is no complex thinking for Tua in this offense. So when you run up against creative defenses that know what you're trying to do, they're basically saying, Tua, we're going to force you to process. If you process, you beat us. If you don't process, we beat you. He can't process consistently. Look at his eyes, y'all, on this play. He looks at, I just want y'all to look at the moment he turns to throw the ball. He doesn't even care what's happening on the other side of the field.
Processing post-snap and not throwing this ball. He throws it.
Just threw it, didn't even know what he was throwing at, just saying, hopefully my guy's right in the spot they're supposed to be. And then why are you throwing it so quick? Look at your pot. See, this is what's frustrating about it.
Leverage of these corners. He should know this.
You're not under pressure. You're not under duress. Look at when he threw the ball.
Throwing this ball.
Look. Nobody's forcing you to make this throw that nobody knows why you threw it. You threw it like you threw it like it was open. You threw it like it was open. Nobody forced you to do that. You're not under any pressure whatsoever. Look at that O-line. Congratulations, O-line. The Bears TV, man, you need to stop. Talk about that was a bad throw, a terrible route running. Terrible route running, what you want them to do? Cut in on precision when you got a defender sitting right there? What you want them to do? Oh, my gosh. And then on top of it, even if the guy was open, Tyreek, see, and this is what I also tell y'all. The ball was thrown behind Tyreek and that defender. It was thrown behind him. It wasn't on the money anyway. But here's the bad thing. If it was cover 2, Tyreek, y'all always ask, why does Tyreek slow down when he come out of his slants? Y'all always sit there and criticize Tyreek and say, Tyreek slowed down on that one. Why does he always slow down on his slants? This is why. On a play where it's man-to-man, Tyreek can't slow down. He has to run at full speed, and it's thrown behind him. That's why Tyreek slows down. Because he wants to identify where the ball is going to end up so he can go get it. And yeah, sometimes that's going to mean, dang, we didn't connect because you finally put it on the money and I slowed down. This ball was thrown behind them, but thank God it was thrown behind them, because if it was thrown on the money, it would have been picked. Because look at the corner in a perfect position. Somebody says, this the only play? Not at all. We're going to go over the film later. Because we're going to be on this stream for quite some time tonight. We're going to go over the film later. I just told y'all, I showed y'all 2 clips where you need to hear from somebody else except me so y'all can stop. What this guy got against Tua? I don't think he got nothing against Tua. He just doing film.
This play, great.
This is the last time. I'm going to play it through and let y'all hear it without interruption.
Example of what Brandon Staley was doing to Tua last night. 2nd and 9, the Dolphins get in one of their favorite looks. They get this jet motion from Tyreek Hill, and then they snap it right as he gets into a stack alignment with Jalen Waddle. From this alignment, they put a ton of vertical stress on you, right? They can run the big post here. They can run the corner route. They run a little curl route. Tyreek Hill's on the wheel route, right? So he's got momentum. He can go vertical upfield. He can run a little stop route, or he can run a dig. That's what he runs on this play, right? So they have a ton of vertical stress on you, and they get to this intermediate middle of the field with Tyreek Hill. So what do the Chargers do? Because the Chargers know this is coming. The Dolphins run this play constantly. Pre-snap, it looks like press coverage, right? Michael Davis pressed up on Tyreek Hill. They love this matchup. They've been pressing Tyreek Hill with Michael Davis all night. So the Dolphins say, we're not going to let you press. We're going to put Tyreek Hill in motion. Man coverage, usually Michael Davis would follow Tyreek Hill. But in this case, the slot follows him. The Chargers are saying, listen, Michael Davis is only helpful to us if he's pressing. If you're going to put him in motion and we can't press him, we're not going to send Michael Davis chasing him. We're going to send the slot after him. So now you get the slot corner and Asante Samuel against these 2 routes from Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Watch the leverage with which these 2 corners play. Bang. Inside and upfield. Inside and upfield. What are the Chargers saying with this? They're saying, hey, we know what you want. You want the intermediate middle. This is Tua throws to this area of the field more than any quarterback in the league by a mile. We are not going to give it to you. Anything that is inside and breaking upfield, we are going to have leverage on. We're going to have a lurking safety, right? Robber safety dropping this area of the field. We are not going to give it to you. It's not open. So Tua should see pre-snap. The second this ball is snapped and he gets his eyes to this safety. Once this safety's in this area of the field, check and see the leverage of these corners. He should know this is not open. This is never, ever, ever, ever open. He should be processing post-snap and not throwing this ball. He throws it because Tua doesn't do a lot of post-snap processing. Instead, he just points and shoots. Wherever Mike McDaniel said there'd be space, wherever Tyreek Hill is, I'm just going to throw it there. So the Chargers have this gloved up. Right now, Tua should be saying, all right, one-on-one with Mike Gesicki, one-on-one Alec Ingold. Those are your best options because the Chargers have taken away everything you wanted. If you're running an outbreaking route, sure, you could throw this to Tyreek Hill, but you're not. The Chargers don't think you can throw that far hash. So they're not respecting that route. They think you're always going to throw in breaking. So they're just going to cover it up. And you have to process. You have to get off the read. He doesn't do it. There's no window to throw to incomplete.
Oh my gosh, man. Now I'm mad. Now I'm really mad. I don't want to hear.
Talk about this.
I don't want to hear
example.
Nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about coaching again because I'm going to show y'all another clip. Dude actually did another clip. The dude actually did another clip, y'all. Oh my gosh. When y'all see this, you're going to be real mad. The dude actually did another clip, y'all. And all of these people out here, Mike McDaniel didn't make any adjustments. Oh my gosh. I just saw the clip. The very next drive, Mike McDaniel dialed up the outbreakers. Instead of going inside, he dialed up the same plays going out because that's what would be open. Oh boy, we finna watch that. What did Tua do? What did Tua do? I don't want to hear nothing about Mike McDaniel didn't make adjustments no more. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. I got to pull it up. Oh my gosh. I got you. I'm gonna pull up the tape. By the way, let me follow Benjamin. This man, hey, he on the money with his film. Let me follow this guy. All right, here we go. All right, let me share the screen. Chrome tab. I don't want to hear nothing about Mike McDaniel. Ain't made no adjustments. The very next drive. By the way, this one is captioned. On the next drive, Mike McDaniel got some outbreakers dialed up. And let's see what happens. So Mike McDaniel was making adjustments. The very next drive, now he got at the beginning of the play Tyreek and Waddle on the same side. It's the same situation, same concept somewhat. Same situation, y'all. And you can see the nickel already kind of has a little bit of inside leverage. Safety sitting there ready. Let's see what happens.
Okay, now watch this. Not the same motion, not the same formation. But what do we end up with? Far hash, play action drop for Tua. Right? We're going to have vertical route, vertical route. Look at the leverage of these corners. Look at the position of these safeties, right?
And look at
inside leverage.
And look at the safety on the other side. He doing the same thing, bailing to the middle of the field. You see that safety at the top by the 50? He's coming to the middle of the field just like last time, taking away the middle. But Mike McDaniel said, hey, let's dial up the outside now. This is what they tried to do to us. We got something to beat it.
And look at Asante Samuel. Again, 26 on the outside. Watch him just inside. Both these routes are out breaking. Break into space. Break into space. You got to throw the football. And then it's a nice scramble, right? This is a big run, pick up a first down. Okay, tremendous. That's great. But if what Mike McDaniel's saying on the sideline is, if they are going to play us like this, just look at inside leverage. Inside leverage, safety on top. There's the robbing safety. If they're going to play us like this, we're going to throw some outbreakers. We're going to kill him. Tua has time and space in the pocket. It's not the cleanest pocket, but he's got time and space. Hitch, and then he scrambles.
Jesus. And we thought him running was a great thing saving our life. Y'all give me a second. I hear the baby crying. It's all right, Mama. I know it. Mommy was just making your bottle. She was making your bottle. It was coming. Okay? Chill out. All right, y'all. We got baby girl on deck watching some film with us. She's a little cranky, but we're going to get her through it. But this is crazy to me.
Break into space. You got to throw the football. And then it's a nice scramble, right? This is a big run, pick up a first down. Okay, tremendous. That's great. But if what Mike McDaniel's saying on the sideline is, if they are going to play us like this, just look at inside leverage. Inside leverage, safety on top. There's the robbing safety. If they're going to play us like this, we're going to throw some outbreakers. We're going to kill him. Tua has time and space in the pocket. It's not the cleanest pocket, but he's got time and space. Hitch, and then he scrambles. You got to throw the ball.
He hesitated.
It's not the cleanest pocket, but he's got time and space. Hitch, and then he scrambles. You got to throw the ball. You got to throw that ball. Okay,
come on, man.
This. Not the same motion, not the same formation. But what do we end up with? Far hash, play action drop for Tua. Right? We're going to have vertical route. Look at the leverage of these corners. Look at the position of these safeties, right? Look right at the corner. Inside leverage. And look at Asante Samuel. Again, 26 on the outside. Watch him just inside. Both these routes are out breaking.
I can't believe one of y'all just said good decision to run. Pressure was coming. Right here, the ball's supposed to be out. What you worrying about the pressure for? They had it long enough for that ball to be out right here. And he actually cocked back to throw it. He just can't make that throw. Or he's very inconsistent making it. He knows that that's a tough throw right here, and he's scared to make it.
Break into space. Break into space.
He already cocked back to throw. Why aren't you firing it? And then on top of it, if you scared to make that throw, look at the tight end in the middle. Oh, my God, I just saw the tight end in the middle of the field. Hey, you can't make this up. Lord. And y'all want to say Mike McDaniel?
You got to throw the football. And then it's a nice scramble. You got to throw the football.
Even this guy laughing. And in real time, we're like, yeah, thank you, Tua. Good job. Thanks for running. We were only happy because we finally got some yards. But we missed big opportunities on this play.
You got to throw the football. And then it's a nice scramble, right? This is a big run, pick up a first down. Okay, tremendous. That's great. But if what Mike McDaniel's saying on the sideline is, if they are going to play us like this, just look at inside leverage, safety on top. There's the robbing safety. If they're going to play us like this, we're going to throw some outbreakers. We're going to kill him. Tua has time and space in the pocket. It's not the cleanest pocket, but he's got time and space. Hitch, and then he scrambles. You got to throw the ball. You got to throw that ball.
Somebody said he got the first down, though. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? And I'm supposed to go through this film tonight. And I'm like, did we not already see enough? We're going to go over the film, but God dog. I mean, come on, man. This stuff is unreal, y'all. Give me a second. One moment, y'all. I got you, mama. All right, man. Let's keep it going. I'm going to do the film after I go over these questions that y'all asked me. So we'll do the film, but we're going to go over these questions that y'all asked first. Let me take this Twitter down, man. I can't believe what I'm watching, man. I really can't believe what I'm watching. But y'all hit the like button. Punch the like button if you haven't already. If you shot a donation, I'm sorry. I'll have to catch that in a little bit because I missed it going over that film. I'm not a Tua hater, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Tua realist. And if anybody is sitting there making any form of excuses for what you just saw in 2 plays, and y'all want to talk about McDaniel made no adjustments, McDaniel didn't do this and McDaniel didn't do that, why didn't he dial up more in the flat? Why didn't he, if the middle of the field was open, why wouldn't he dialing up plays on outside the numbers? You don't know football, and you're just blatantly ignoring the facts and trying to put the blame on somebody else. You're trying to put the blame on somebody else when the blame is on that man. I can't believe how many people I saw yesterday blaming Mike McDaniel's play calling. Well, he should have ran the ball more. Why does he need to run the ball more when what he dialing up could work if it's executed properly? Why does this man need to dial up the run more when what he's dialing up is working if it's executed properly. You can call me a clown all you want. You just saw it on the screen. You the clown for ignoring it. You're the bold, painted face clown for ignoring it. Anybody want to sit there and ignore what you just saw? You're the clown. And now some of you really in your feelings. That's why I love moments like this. You're really in your feelings and you're mad at me because I'm bringing facts, proof right in front of your face. Now you're mad at me. Now you want to be all insulting me in the comment section. Most of y'all don't see the comments, but it's funny to me, and I love it. I love when it burns, because guess what? You watching this clown, and you getting them facts, and it's bleeding in your spirit, and I love delivering them to you. I love delivering them to you. I know, baby. You want to make sure you grow up and you use your brain and not your heart. We don't want you to live a life of ignorance. TD, people name call because they are mad and have nothing intelligent to say. Yeah, we know that. We know that. We know they never won a spelling bee in their life. Well, I ain't never won a spelling bee, but but we know they ain't got the vocabulary, the words to articulate how they feel, because there ain't no words to articulate how they feel, because it's out of delusion. I just showed the film. All these excuses by McDaniel's fault. He should have did this. He should have did that. And 2 freaking clips automatic debunked. And 2 clips debunked. And now you're mad. Now you're looking around the room like, okay, then who can we blame now? God dog and TD, always exposing the truth. Man, bro, just get on the right side. And the right side is just telling the truth. You can still believe in Tua and tell the truth. He was trash, and it was his fault he was trash. It wasn't McDaniel's fault he was trash. It wasn't the receiver's fault he was trash. Don't tell me 2 plays ain't a large enough sample size. We ain't even talking about the ones we saw real time where he just misfired. But like I said, we're going to go over all the film. We're going to go over all the film. But some of y'all been fooled. Tua has fooled y'all. You know why? Them defenses allowed y'all to be fooled. They ran all that cover 2, leaving the middle of the field open, bailing deep. And those same plays that you just saw were wide open in them other games, and Tua did what 90% of the quarterbacks would do, hit it. See, when it's wide open, ain't nobody got a problem. But when you actually play some real defense and game plan against the quarterback's weaknesses, oh, you get what you got the last 2 weeks, which was absolutely, you don't even belong in the NFL playing like that. Lucky for them other games where them defenses were stupid, you look competent. In a game where you got to go take the pass instead of it being given. Tua has taken everything that's been given, but he ain't taken nothing that ain't been given yet. And y'all want to talk about franchise quarterback. Franchise quarterbacks take what they're not giving you. That's what franchise quarterbacks do. They go take what you're not trying to give them. Not these wide open zones and, ooh, Tua taking wide open. Oh my God, did you see that Lions game? Man, they even told y'all after the Lions game, there ain't been a game with more separation in the NFL. That's the most separation game in the NFL this season. But it's all good. All right, let's start handling this list y'all gave me, and I'll talk about it. All right. And then once we're done with this, because I need a break from that trash I just saw. There was nobody with one person. Y'all, you saw a clean old line for the most part. They gave him enough time to make both plays. Just don't process. He don't process. In that second play, he was slow blinking. No cap trucking said Miami missed the playoffs. What if they bring Tua back? What do we do as fans? We're not gonna miss the playoffs because we're gonna at least have two of these teams be dumb boo boo the fool and play zone coverage. And we're gonna do enough to win the games. And in these other games, the tight ones, I actually feel like we got a chance to beat Buffalo, real talk. I've been looking at some of their film, and I think we got a chance in that game too. I think we're going to do good for the rest of the way. The Jets are the team that I think we have the biggest concern. I just got to see what type of defense Buffalo is going to run because they have the personnel to do this to us, but they're hit or miss. Some games I see them heavy zone. Some games I see them in man. I don't know what we're going to see from Buffalo. We'll see. But if we do miss the playoffs, what if they bring Tua back? What do we do as fans? Nothing. You just sit back and keep critiquing and talk about what's good and what's bad and hope it work out. We can't control it. Now in the offseason, we should be beating the table. We want a quarterback. And if it don't work and we don't get one, let's go Tua. Hopefully something happened that you a great defense reader now, post-snap. Ain't nothing you can do. Just like now, ain't nothing you can do but hope that the circumstance ends in our favor. I hope that this week versus Buffalo, whatever the system is, he does well. However, he got to do that. However, he has to do that. We'll see. All right, let's go to this chart, this list. Run ball and Tua scramble. The reason why you put Tua scramble is because we finally start moving the ball when he did scramble in that game. I heard everybody, as soon as he made a few scrambles and we kept getting first downs, they were like, we need more of that. I said it during the game. But after seeing what we just saw, screw scrambling, just make the right play to begin with, and you ain't got to scramble. But we do need to run the ball more. And the reason we need to run the ball more, not because we need balance, because obviously the offense is still working if executed properly. We need to run the ball more because we can't rely on him to consistently read defenses in this type of coverage. Now, if they want to run cover 2 all day, let Tua throw the ball all day. Don't even hand it off once. If a team going to run cover 2, then let Tua throw the ball all day. If you ain't going to take away the middle, then let him throw it all day. But if you're going to take away the middle, start running the ball because that'll be, I don't care if it's 2 yards and you punting, it's going to be more effective than Tua not reading defenses because mistakes will start happening with interceptions. Tua, that film showed Tua is scared. I can't take away year as a man. You know what fear looks like. You just born with it. Yeah. People going to deny it, though. People are going to deny it. I'd rather Tua just let it fly regardless, go get 10 picks. I don't care. But I'd rather him let it fly. Because if you can't process a defense post-snap and read it, then oh well anyway. Just let it fly. If you get picked off, it is what it is. Because plays like them, the out routes, if you let it fly, you got a chance. What is our best cornerback? I say Kohu surpassed X. I guess Kohu right now is our best corner. I'm not going to argue that because X looks like trash too. So Kohu, and I'm going to be honest, that ain't good. Kohu was out there getting toasted all day. He was in tight coverage though. So if you got a bad quarterback, Kohu going to look amazing. When you play the Browns, you look good. When you play this, you look good. When the quarterback ain't a great thrower of the ball and like with a talented arm, Cole's going to look great. But when you play what you like Herbert, Cole going to look like another guy, but at least he's in the picture. But he ain't big enough to like get the turnover and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? At least typically he's not. Tua won't throw the out route, but that was one of Herbert's highlights. All right, let's go to the next one. Well, let me mark that one off. I'm going to get through this list as fast as I can so we can get to the film, y'all. Armstead status. Armstead is expected to play Sunday. I hate this whole situation because I feel like you don't have the best version of Armstead. She knocked out. I feel like you don't have the best version of Armstead. And when we watch the film, you're going to watch Armstead get obliterated a lot, y'all. I mean, it just looks bad. Getting pushed on the ground and all. So I was one of the people who said, don't play him Sunday. And now he got a new injury on the injury report. At first, he's been dealing with his toe for the longest. Now it's the pec in the toe. And today, all of a sudden, another injury came on, a knee, the pec in the toe. So he got a banged up knee, he got a banged up toe, and he got that pec injury. They're piling up on him. It's like almost a matter of time to on one play, he on the ground, and they got to come out there and help him. And I said, just let him rest during his stretch because, and I told y'all, we weren't going to win these games anyway. I told y'all that we weren't going to win these games anyway. Let's win the last 3 so we can get in the playoffs. This ain't nothing new. I don't know why people acting surprised. Did I want to win the game? Yeah. Am I rooting for us to win all these games? Yeah. But we knew what was going to happen on these 3 games. I told y'all. Gee, why you hating, bro? We could beat all them teams. Okay. I know how they deploy their defense. Y'all going to get a rude awakening. Y'all saw me release that video last night with me and Nikki Smokes on my YouTube. I didn't save that video. He sent it to me and said, dang, you were spot on. A video from preseason when we were going through the schedule and I said, Tua going to look good and all this and that, and he going to fall on his face when we go to San Francisco, Chargers, Buffalo, and Green Bay. I even had Green Bay on there. I don't think so anymore, but we'll see. We shall see. My last one, TD. Don't Tua remind you of Lonzo Ball? Wow. And you might be right on based off of how things have gone so far. Trash in 2 years. Then all of a sudden, ooh, who is this? This Lonzo looks a lot better. Then back to being Lonzo Ball. It's like a little better, but still have them tendencies. So, man, you spot on. Spot on with that one. All right, what else we got? Is Tua top 10 this year? On paper, yes. In reality, no. No. People are being fooled. And McDaniel is putting him in a position to fool people. Give it up for Mike McDaniel. Clap it up, people. Clap it up for McDaniel. See, they want these 2 games by Tua to just be anomalies. They were bad games. He didn't do so well. But no. I've been saying this all along. This is proof. He don't process. So if a team don't make him process, he's going to look amazing. But playoff football, every quarterback got a process. And trust me, on paper, he about to fall out of that top 10 if he do this one more time. You go up there and let a stinker with Buffalo, you ain't in the top 10 this year. You probably 9th now. You probably 9th now. Herbert is a giant. That's why he's able to throw 50 attempts consistently. That man sees everything. Is Tua simply too small in your opinion? It ain't size. I mean, of course, that's a disadvantage and an advantage for Herbert to have the size he has. But the size doesn't stop you from throwing 51 times, but seeing everything, yeah, the size can have something to do with seeing everything, but man, Tua, if he can't see everything, then we screwed anyway. So if he is reading the field and he can't see everything, but I think he can see everything just fine, because otherwise, why are we running routes that are in places where he won't be able to see? And I hate them limitations for a quarterback. I hate that certain limitations do equate to minimizing what you can do with them. You think Tua can learn from those defenses and adjust to the play calling McDaniel calls opposite of the coverage if upcoming teams play the same game plan as 49ers and Chargers? Put it like this. He could be lucky. What do I mean by that? On one drive, they played it inside, right? McDaniel say, all right, we're going to dial it up outside. What if the defense says, hey, we're not going to play inside leverage on this play. We're just going to outside leverage or man up. Tua's correcting it is going to be, all right, we're going outside this time. I'm just going to let it fly, whether it's open or not. It ain't no different. When they went inside, he just let it fly. He ain't reading the defense. What did the guy tell you on the film? He's basically just throwing it wherever McDaniel said the open place should be. So we're going to go outside this time. It should be open. Well, they changed the defense to cover that. He's still going to let it fly. It's not about switching the play. And that's what I don't like about McDaniel. Don't switch the play to try to fool the other team. Tell Tua it wasn't there. You had the line, you had the tight end coming across or the running back in the flat. Teach him the right thing. Don't get into this guessing game. All right, they got us on the inside, so now let's go outside. Screw that. There was still a play to be made on that play. Let's break down, why did you throw that ball, Tua? If I'm Mike McDaniel, why did you throw that ball, Tua? I want to hear his answer. Well, I never seen the corners playing inside leverage. Why didn't you see the corners playing inside leverage? Because I was looking at the safety, what he was doing, and then I threw the ball. There's some type of breakdown where either Mike McDaniel is telling him to do that to make the offense simple, which is so trash, man, that you have to do that to try to simplify it for a quarterback, or Mike McDaniel is basically saying, man, I know he can't process. Let's just go on the outside now. It makes no sense. It doesn't add up. Because if you really get an answer to this all, somebody's incompetent. Either Tua just can't do it, and you have to play a guessing game on the field. We're going to go inside this time. We're going to go outside this time since they played inside last time. That's not like that. That's the quarterback you got to deal with. Now, if Mike McDaniel is incompetent, I don't think it's Mike McDaniel, though, but it could be. Because if Mike McDaniel didn't say, hey, Tua, man, it wasn't there. You had the crosser coming across the middle. Gesicki had leverage inside. You leave that in front of him, we might get the first. The running back wide open. No pressure was coming. You don't flip the play and say, we're going to go another way now since they played it that way last time when the original play had opportunities. It don't make sense. So I think Mike McDaniel flipped the play because he like, I'm not going to ask him to be processing everything. I'm not going to ask him to, no, look at this. If you see that, don't throw it. You got to check down after that. No, that's too much. I really think that's what's happening in Miami. Same thing Flores and them did. Just what did Ryan Fitzpatrick say? Tua can get it, but it's just a matter of when. He not, it's going to take him time to process defenses and learn it. They told y'all this when Flores was here. And we want to sit around here and make every excuse in the world to try to act like that ain't the issue. I think Mike McDaniel has identified, I have a guy who cannot process very well at all. So the goal is don't give him much to process. Let's make it simple. So when you come on the sideline and get that tablet, I'm not finna sit here and say, bro, they had inside leverage. The safety creep the middle. You don't, right when you see that, you need to come down to your next progressions down low. And you got time. You got the crosser. That's your next read. He was there. Then if you didn't feel comfortable with that, you had the running back coming out of the backfield. And they tell me he going through progressions. You have 4 progressions on that play. You had 4 progressions on that play. Probably 5. Waddle, close to the safety. Tyreek, inside leverage. Come down low, Gesicki cross the middle. It's there to be made. And if you don't feel comfortable, flat out in the flat, wide open. And y'all want to sit here and tell me he read progressions. They want to argue with me and tell me Tua's been going through his progressions. Mike McDaniel knows that he can't read post-snap very well at all, so he's making it simple for him. Instead of coaching him up to learn how to do that, he's out there playing checkers. All right, they went inside last time. Let's go outside this time. Maybe we'll catch them trying to take away the middle again. It don't make any sense. Jermaine, we keep saying McDaniel need to take some of the blame, but think about if what we're saying is true. Tua just can't process, then what blame can McDaniel take? He has to cookie cutter it. He has to make it simple. Mike McDaniel, I'm pretty sure he's competent enough. I've seen enough of his work to know that he can dial up what will beat what they were doing. And technically, you just saw on film, he did dial up. Both of them plays are still winning plays. Tight end and the guy out the flat was wide open on the first one. The second one, you had Waddle and Tyreek open on the outs. Why does he need to take blame? Why? Because he didn't develop Tua like y'all thought he did? He just put a system that'll make it easy for him if the defense plays in a certain way? Is that why he deserves blame? No, you weren't never going to fix Tua. You were just going to hide his flaws and keep hiding them and keep hiding them. And when somebody pulled a cover, you got to figure out a new creative way to hide it. He has been a genius hiding flaws, as every coach supposed to do. TD, this year, 3 of Tua. TD, this year, 3 of Tua. It's called insanity if you know the definition. It's just we love our team and have high expectations. We just hurt. Hey, I'm with you, bro, but this is what gets under my skin, right? Say the Buffalo plays cover 2 and leave the middle of the field open. Every game we play for the rest of the season, they play cover 2 and leave the middle of the field open. And we win all them games. Tua go back to putting up 350 yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns, no picks. You're going to see everybody right back in the delusion. You're going to see everybody right back in the delusion. This is why I say you need to judge him in the uncomfortable situations. Judge him when the defense plays like this. Judge him whenever they don't do that mess. Because that's what it's going to come down to in real life. That's all I'm saying. People can sit here and watch this evidence, and then if he goes back to balling out, he just struggled those 2 games. He back to being the same. And I'm here to tell y'all, if San Francisco and the Chargers played cover 2 and left the middle of the field open like everybody else, we would have never saw trash Tua. He would have been an MVP front runner right now. Fooling the heck out of everybody. MVP front runner. When you got pre-snap and they roll coverage or they robber comes down, all of that type of stuff. When you see all of that, that's where you got to grade him and see how well he plays. Slipping Jimmy said, we barely beat Buffalo with their defense depleted and most of them dehydrated, dying on the floor. The game looked like a war zone. We going to get smoked. I don't know what it is. I believe I agree with you. We are going to get obliterated, but there's something deep in my spirit that says, man, we going to find a way to walk out of there with a W. I don't know how. Tua maybe have his historic game or something. I don't know. I just have this gut feeling deep down that something crazy special about to go down. Just in me. I don't have no explanation for it. None whatsoever. No explanation whatsoever. All right, y'all asked me about trading X. It ain't going to happen. Who want him playing the way that he playing right now with the salary cap that he demand? And some of y'all don't even know he under contract for like 5 more years with us. They restructured him and he got like 3 years dead cap added on to his contract. We are in trouble from a money standpoint in the future, and y'all don't understand how bad it is. Y'all don't see it. What to do with Byron and X? X, it ain't much you're gonna be able to do unless you find a sucker to trade him and take that salary. Byron, he restructured his too. But I don't know really. I think you got to figure out a way to move on next year and rely on one of these younger guys we have, and hopefully they can keep the same level of player production up. But y'all need to understand, I don't care what y'all think about X, Cole, and all of them. Our secondary has been absolute trash. And y'all like Cole's great. We've been getting torn apart. Y'all got to stop looking at an occasional third. This is what we do as Dolphin fans, and it drives me crazy. On a big third down, Jerome Baker will make a play. He'll get smoked all day, but as long as he made that one big third down play, in our head, somehow we think that he had a great game. Somehow we think he had a great game. That's what we do as Dolphin fans. Kohu will come make a big hit and the ball fall out and they punt. Ooh, Kohu, he on it. Get toasted by 3 times, but we don't remember. We remember that hit that he jarred out. I don't get us. Wilson will have one good running back game, and all of a sudden we got a new run. We got a run game now. We got our back of the future. Sign him now. And ain't been able to run good since. We are so short-termed, and we don't pile up enough data to come up with a solid conclusion. Tua's an MVP. He's the future. Give him his money now. If I were them, I'll go offer him a contract now. 2 weeks later, oh, my man, we might need to go in the draft. I'm just saying, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying. All right, let's keep it moving. Tindall and Ezukama not seeing the field. Ezukama's in their bad graces, in my opinion, somehow. Because they just disrespecting him. I thought he was better than Craycraft in preseason. And then Craycraft been getting the start. And then when Craycraft got hurt, Waddle and Tyreek them out there limping, and they didn't even activate Ezukama in. And Tindall, why are y'all tripping about Tindall? He's a developmental guy. Remember where he was drafted. Y'all making it seem like he's supposed to be a starter that's balling right now. Yeah, that's that draft talk. We all get hyped about our players in the draft. But I went to training camp. He was nowhere to be found. He ain't make no plays in camp. He's running around, getting beat here and there, feeling it out, understanding the game. Let the man play, get used to the NFL. So, and we're trying to win games, so he's not going to get much playing time. It is what it is. Will we win a playoff game? If we get to the playoffs, we can win a playoff game. Right now, I have us like the 6th best team in the East. Not the East, in the AFC. So, with that being said, there's one team we can beat. And that's whoever make it outside of them other 6 teams. 5 teams, and we're 6. It depends on who you play in the first round. You can't just say, can you win a playoff game? Who you playing? We supposed to be comfortable that we could beat the Chiefs in the first round? We supposed to be just comfortable we could beat Buffalo in the first round? No. It depends on who we playing. Bradley Chubb's performance thus far, underwhelming, but I don't care about Bradley Chubb into the playoffs. What he do in the playoffs is going to tell us if we got our money worth. But he got to put a little bit more work in the regular season so that we can get to the playoffs. You definitely will want to see a lot more of him. But hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Ain't nobody on this O-line getting double teamed like that, on this D-line getting double teamed at a high rate anymore, because everybody deserves to get double teamed. You got a double Zealer, you got a double Christian, Chubb, you can't double them all. So ain't nobody really getting doubles. So underwhelming, but time will tell. We can't just go off of what's happened so far. Can we trade Tua? I think you're talking about the offseason. Yeah, you could trade him for somebody that'll believe in him if we don't believe in him. But you ain't getting much. You ain't getting much. I said this, and I said it jokingly, but with a little bit of seriousness. Right before the trade deadline, I said, oh, his stock might be up a little, man. You might get it first. Go get it now, because it ain't going to be worth that long. Man, ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelt. We're going to have Tua for at least 2 more years. At least. At least. Can we beat Buffalo? Yes, we can. If Buffalo play the type of defense that'll help Tua play well. If their defense ain't lights out, we got a chance. And let me tell you something that's been killing me. Bro, we only lost by 6 and Tua played that bad. Imagine if he played better. Why do people keep saying that? He didn't play better because the defense didn't allow him to. Stop saying if he would have played a little better, we would have won. They didn't allow him to. That's the point. That's no different from if he did play better and we won, then they would say, if our O-line would have just held up, we would have won. Like, y'all got to stop saying stuff like that to make yourself feel better. just to make yourself feel better. And we only lost by 6 with all of that. It's not how this works. And truth be told, they actually blew opportunities for themselves. Herbert had some, in a great game from Herbert, he blew some opportunities. Herbert had some opportunities for touchdowns too. Tua blamed McDaniel in post-game interview. Well, I didn't see the post-game interview, but I sure don't need to after seeing them 2 plays. We know where the blame belongs. Thoughts on stock market? I really haven't been following it lately. Sometimes, like when you want a long-term invest, you just let it sit and you don't really worry about it, because worrying about it every single day will cause you to lose your money. You'll panic, in, out. But I'm sure it's up right now. But this is very volatile, so tricky times. One moment, y'all. My bad, y'all. All right, we're good. Okay, can we better the linebacking core next season? Yeah, you can, but at what cost? What you gonna do to better the linebacking core? How you gonna do that? You ain't got no money to go in free agency. Or who you getting rid of to do it? Maybe it's time to get rid of Jerome Baker with his contract, maybe. But where you gonna do it? Because you talk about linebackers, what about the old line? That's still an issue. Y'all want to go into next year with the same old line? Still need to get another 2 pieces on that. What about the cornerback position? You want to go get another corner, because we might have to be moving on from somebody like Byron. You have injuries in that position every year, so you're going to need good depth too. I don't know. Gesicki gone next year. We good with the tight ends we got long term? I don't know. I mean, they non-existent now. It'll be a nice element to the game if you can have them. We need to try to go get a Pro Bowler at every position. Then I know Tua will win. He will win us a Super Bowl if we could just go get a Pro Bowler at every position. That's what we need to do. You right, Clowning. I'm just saying, how you expect to get the linebackers? Do we draft a quarterback is another question. I don't know. Hopefully Tua turns it around and he shows in situations like this he can be great. Hopefully he turns it around and he shows in situations just like this he can be great. Just give us a historic performance, and I ain't talking about wide open receivers where they're playing you tough and you making all the perfect reads. Is the offense predictable? Quick answer, yes. But there's different wrinkles out of it. But we have to be, because we have to limit our playbook to what Tua can do well. We don't have the disposal of any full playbook. Nothing is ever absolutely 100% perfectly great, point blank, period. We are in need of a QB. This Tua last year, Mike wants to win now. Yeah. I don't see how that's going to happen, but we'll see. I think Tua's going to be here for quite some time, homie. Just my thought. Can we run the ball? Sure. Sure, we can run the ball. I just don't understand people's logic with this running the ball thing. If you go on film, because the reason why people want to run the ball more is because when we struggling in the pass game. But when you go on film, you see the pass game still got opportunity all over the place. So the reason for wanting to run the ball more, people think that that's going to help the pass game, but the pass game is still good. It's fine without it. People just keep on saying that it'll be better, but there's still open people. We just need to get better quarterback execution in tough situations. And go ahead, run the ball. Especially when you get to the playoffs and this team is going to get 1-2 yards a carry. Been telling y'all we can't run the rock. So when you go run the ball 10 times in a row and you get 14 yards, Mike McDaniel's going to say, nah, we're going to throw. And people say, well, you still got to keep on running to, no, why am I going to do that when almost every play somebody's open and we can execute if everybody's executing? I don't get it. Rank your NFL top 10 teams. Well, I actually have to pull up the teams because I don't want to do this and forget somebody off the top of my head. So give me a second and I'll give you my top 10 teams in the NFL. Okay, in the NFL. Top 10 teams in the NFL. All right, NFL. Let me go to standings. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. All right, here we go. So let me go to league. All right. I agree with this. The Eagles are number 1. I don't agree with that. I got Kansas City number 2, not Buffalo. Even though Buffalo beat them, I still got Kansas City number 2. I have the Buffalo Bills number 3. I have the Dallas Cowboys number 4. I have the San Francisco 49ers number 5. I have the Vikings number 6. I have the Bengals number 7. I have the Ravens number 8. I got the Chargers number 9. And I have the Miami Dolphins number 10. And I have, well, you said 10. There you have it. There you have it. Stop, TD. All Tua do is win, like Acho and Fan said. Don't worry. We're going to get these wins coming up, and we're going to bring that narrative right back. That's my top 10 in the NFL, and I got us number 10. And I got us number 10. Think we better than all the rest of these teams in the NFL. And I didn't mention the Jets, which, believe it or not, I got them like 12th. And believe it or not, I got the Lions at 13. Oh, I didn't say 11th. I got Tennessee at 11. Seahawks, I just think they frauds. No. And look how Geno Smith coming right back down to earth. No run game, and he looked bad. People, Geno Smith, look, you can get better later. No. It was a new scheme, worked well for him, but now you take away that run game, you go back to looking bad. We need quarterbacks that's going to carry teams when the going gets rough. You can't sit there and concede with a running back out. It's over now. The running back is out. It is over now. We're done. No, you need a quarterback that even if the running back go out, you still got him. If your top receiver go out, you still got that dude. Your left tackle go out, we still got this dude right here that makes all the difference. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Few more questions. Is Mike and Tua the combo if we miss the playoffs? It's a great question. If we miss the playoffs, Mike and Tua may be the combo, but I think you might see a big time change. You might see Sean Payton, the coach next year, and he'll decide how he want to play the quarterback game. He'll decide what he want to do from in the quarterback situation. You got her bottle? Okay, cool. Come on, mama. I want to hold you. Yeah, you can watch with me. But yeah, let me tell y'all something. The organization cannot be happy right now with what they saw the last 2 weeks. They expect to compete in these games. Real teams compete in those games. The score doesn't tell you the truth in that Chargers game. We didn't compete. We did not compete. All this 6 points, we scored on miracles. Tyreek fumble miracle. The freaking go route where the defender ran and he was in perfect position to not allow that play to happen. We got blown out, truth be told. We did absolutely nothing to score. But at the end of the game, when they actually start running zone and letting Tua get 10-yard chunks at a time, and we still had to kick a field goal. They actually allowed him to get quick hitters at the end of the game in the zone. Catch it, let's go tackle. Catch it, let's go tackle. And if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't even had 10 completions. He would have probably been 7 for something. Yeah, one moment. All right, my bad. I had to take care of some business. Send a message. But yeah, man, I'm kind of over that piece of it. Should we fire Greer for building around Tua? Nope. Y'all just don't get it. What did Greer do wrong? He did what all y'all wanted him to do. Don't start that mess now. Y'all been mad at him for the longest. He ain't do this. He ain't never do that. Greer is this and that. He went and he got Tua for you to begin with. The man went and got Connor Williams and Armstead. You were happy. He went and got Tyreek Hill. Oh, Greer for president. Greer should have negotiated Brittany Griner's release. All of that. All of that. So, no. He got the personnel. What you want to look at is, if we don't make the playoffs, you got to ask yourself, why did Mike McDaniel not do as good as Brian Flores with 10 times more talent around? That's the question you got to ask. So whoever decided they want to fire Brian Flores, they got to take that ownership, and that's Stephen Ross, so ain't nothing going to be done. I'm going to get to the super chat. Ain't nothing going to be done. So it is what it is. I will never doubt your judgment again, TD. Oh, no, Keith. Everybody need to read what Keith just said. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to take the information I give you, take the information everybody else give you, and give your own thought process. What do you think is happening? What sounds like it makes more sense to you? Not me, not them. You hear all the information, but you come to your own conclusion. I want you to doubt my judgment, but go look for yourself and see what you think at the end of the day. Please. They are hating on you on Finn Heaven. Okay. So they all died and went to fin heaven. I guess that's where my haters go. They die off and go to fin heaven. There is an entire thread about you. Then I dropped the link of your preseason prediction. Then there was silence. Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. I just realized how polarizing I am in the community. That's all it is. I'm very polarizing in this community. People say, oh, who is that? They know who I am. They know who I am. Because truth be told, I've been more spot on than most of them, period. And I ain't claiming to be right about everything, but the things I'm wrong about, 9 times out of 10, I presented it as a theory, as a potential of what was happening. And I always tell y'all, it don't make me right, but this is what I believe. And luckily for me, I'm right more than I'm not. That don't mean it's going to always be that way. Sometimes I ain't going to see the bigger picture or see this or see that. It's all information. When you get new information, you change your opinion if necessary. So when I saw Tua hitting wide open receivers, I said to myself, this ain't new information, so why am I going to change my stance? They're wide open. Well, at least he's identifying where they are wide open. That's an improvement. But no, Mike McDaniel is just telling him where on every play who should be open. He ain't identifying it. In the film I showed you tonight, showed you he ain't identifying it. The offense is strictly Mike McDaniel say on this play, this person is your primary. It should be there. Let it rip. The guy in the film study we just saw showed you that clear as day and said it himself. Can't sell TD a pipe dream. No, because I'm going to question your dream. I'm going to question everything you bring to me. I'm going to question everything. And it ain't because I want to be combative, but I want to make sure it can stand my evaluation and my criticism, because if it can, then I can trust it. You're supposed to be critical. You're supposed to be opposing. That way, if there's a proper response to it that can answer it, then you know it's solid. That's when you know it's solid. This quarterback's a great quarterback. Why do you think that? Well, his stats say this, say that, say this. Oh, just his stats? What do you see on the field? What are the defenses he was playing? How did he do against that team? Oh, he was trash against them, but that was just one game. Oh, okay. Why was he trash in that game? What did they do to him? Well, they did this, they took that away, and he struggled at that. Is that something he struggles with all the time? No, just that game. Did anybody else do that to him? Well, not that I could recall. Well, maybe it's something he does struggle with all the time, but we don't know. Let's see if another team will. You don't just take people for face value. That's what we doing out here in the world, politics and everything. A celebrity say, hey, support this person. You don't know what that person's standpoint, but that person said support him. Let's go. Man, no, that ain't how it works. Fake news. Don't find out if it's really fake or not. Just don't let somebody tell you it is. And it is a lot of fake news. There's a lot of fake news out here. But go find out if it's really fake. But before you go read all the articles proving it's fake, make sure you also go read the articles proving why it's real. And then you make your decision. You know, you just get all the information and make your decision. Not TD's decision, not my people who oppose me decision. Make your decision once you get all the data. That's why I always tell y'all, go listen to other people. Go listen to people who disagree with me. But ain't none of them got an articulate argument. They just want to tell you, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. But they can't tell you why you're wrong. What is it that makes Sean Payton a great coach? Everybody told us he was. There you go again. Everybody told us he was. He got a Super Bowl. I want Harbaugh. I done seen him on every level. I done seen what he can do. I done seen him go through the trenches. I done seen him, his resume. I want Harbaugh. TD a hater, man. That's all they say. Yeah. When they can't articulate any argument that makes sense, they just like, he's right, but I don't want him to be right. So, man, you're a hater. You're just a hater. CNN equals fake news. All of them fake news. One will lie to you. The other just won't tell you everything you need to know. And they feel good. At least they didn't lie. It's all fake. I don't get into all that. I don't get into all that. I'm an independent person that supports whatever's in the best interest of me and my family. It's that simple. All right, man. I think I hit everybody. Oh, TD, you think scheme, drops, quarterback inaccuracy is issue? Well, the scheme isn't the issue because every time we pull a tape up, we see opportunity. You see, all plays ain't got to be perfect because you don't even know what the defense is going to dial up. But if you see opportunities on 70% of the plays, it ain't the scheme. Drops ain't the issue either. It's the ball placement. We're asking our receivers to, just because they get hands on the ball, to make these miraculous catches that are just out of their reach. It touched his hand, he got to catch it. No, it's unrealistic. And there are some drops, but every team has drops. Every receiver drops some balls. It ain't a perfect science. See, we want the receiver to catch every one, but we need to accept the quarterback missing an occasional few. I mean, you can't ask for the man to be perfect. Go look at the drop percentage. Don't look at the drops. Look at the drop percentage. When it's less than 5%, who cares? That's normal. We just want to use that as an excuse. QB inaccuracy, yes, that's an issue. Because that hurts a part of the drops and it hurts the scheme. That's a bigger issue. I don't want to hear people blaming McDaniel. TD, stop saying that. I'm a QB who is executing the game plan. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Rush. You still ain't win a debate versus EM at TD. Well, I'm going to use EM line on him on that. The real ones know. The real ones know. I can't see. So if it's not McDaniel's fault, why do you want Harbaugh? Because at the end of the day, I don't know if McDaniel is a great coach or not. I don't know if he's the real deal or not. You put him in a situation where he has to run a system that with a limited quarterback, and that's all you can do. And at the end of the day, you ain't developing Tua to read defenses. You, in my opinion, you taking the easy road out. You're just saying, all right, let's just make the game easy for you. Let's just make the game easy for you. You do these things, you'll look good. Let's go. And then when some adversity come and they throw that different coverage that knocks that out, McDaniel is scrambling right now like, man, I can't teach him how to read the defense in 4 weeks. I tried all summer. And I came to the conclusion, let me just build something for him that'll make him look good. But now they're catching up to it. Now I got to build something else to counter it. But it takes him doing more. And I can't ask him to do this and do that now. That's going to confuse him even more. He's all set into what we do. That's why it looked so bad, y'all. All they did is flip the switch and said, we're going to take this away. And that's why it was so bad. That's why we couldn't do anything else. Mike McDaniel was like, all right, same play, but we're going to send him outside this time. And he wouldn't even do that. So I don't know how great McDaniel is because I got to see him with a quarterback who can show how great he is. A quarterback who would have hit those marks last night. And now, don't get me wrong, I actually like McDaniel. I don't have an issue with McDaniel. I would keep McDaniel. But if we had to do a coaching change, then I would go Harbaugh. I don't have a problem with McDaniel. The only issue I have is if we don't make the playoffs and we win 9 or 10 games, I don't have the big problem with McDaniel. What I have a problem with is the organization firing Brian Flores, because now you got to ask, why did you do it? Now you have to ask yourself, why did you do it? See, nobody want to have that conversation. If Tua keep looking like trash and he proved that he ain't the guy, and we don't make playoff games, now you got to ask yourself, why did you fire Flores? Because now every reason that they put out there, which was pretty much a lie, is officially, evidentially debunked. Well, he could never fix the O-line. He ain't fixed this O-line. You went and got Armstead and Connor, and that's what's making it look better, because when they don't play, it look worse than it's worse as it was before. You ain't fixed nothing. You paid money to mask it. Well, he couldn't develop the quarterback. Is he developing Tua? Because Tua still ain't doing what's the biggest issue for him, reading defenses post-snap. Well, I'll give you, he's getting along with the players better than Flores. Is that why we fired him? Because he couldn't get along with the players? That's all I'm saying. So if that's the standard, then they'll probably fire McDaniel, because you won the same or less games than Flores with way more talent. Do y'all realize it's still head scratching even if we won 11 games? Dang, Flores put up 10 without all this talent, and we only won Tyreek, Teron, Connor, a new coach that's supposed to be a guru, and an improved tool was only worth one more win? And that's if we get to 11. That was only worth one more win? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got nothing against McDaniel. I like him, and I hope he does stick around. But I'd rather him get a quarterback that ain't going to limit him and have games like he just had. McDaniel was supposed to come fix the O-line and establish a running game as well as fix Tua. Do we have a running game? Everything he came here to do, he has not checked the boxes. The money we spent on additions have made it look like we checked the boxes. Defense is worse than it's ever been. At least even when we struggled last year on defense, we didn't give up 30-some points a game on the road. Oh, my gosh. You can make an argument that everything almost has digressed. We better go out there and win these 4 games. 3 at a minimum. You got to get to the 11. But you still got to stop and pause for a second and ask yourself, God dog, was all of that Bradley Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Connor Williams, Teron Armstead, whole new glorified coaching staff, Mike McDaniel being the leader of it all, and an improved Tua, all of that is worth one more win if you get to 11. All of that is worth one more win. That's why I said preseason, yeah, we got to win 13, 14 games. If all is supposed to be what everybody said is, all this talent you brought in, that's why in my head, what if Flores had this freaking talent? What if Flores had this kind of talent? Lord. Y'all said, well, when Tua got hurt, Flores couldn't even get a win. Did Tua miss 2.5 games and then we lose every one of those? And if I'm going to feed into y'all stuff and say Tua's the reason that we win games, then we lucky he didn't miss all the games he missed with Flores. Flores couldn't win games without Tua. That tells you right there, you got to at least be able to. Mike McDaniel ain't either. Mike McDaniel ain't either. Flores never got over not drafting Herbert. Can you blame him now? Imagine being Brian Flores. I'd be cussing at Tua every day in practice too. I hear play like trash. I wish I would have drafted Herbert, you boy. And that's what they say he was doing. They said sometimes he just go off on Tua and tell him I wish we would have took Herbert. What we know now, man, they wrongful termination. Herbert's situation alone, wrongful termination. Oh my gosh. After that game 2 days ago, man, they should have called Flores and been like, listen, man, we just want to make all right. We want to give you a $100 million contract for 2 years just to make it right. Oh, my God. Because everybody know Flo wanted Herbert. Flo wanted Herbert. That's why he was mad. He knew what time it was. He knew what he was getting with Tua. He knew what he was getting with Herbert. And imagine if Herbert was on this team. Man, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. You want more? I'm going to leave it alone. But that's all I'm saying to y'all, though. When you really evaluate it, this team with all this talent, any one of y'all would have said, because you couldn't use the excuse anymore of, well, it's a new system. They got to get acclimated. We hit the ground running, did we not? Now, nobody can use that excuse now. We hit the ground running. We hit the ground running. Herbert with Tyreek actually be illegal. Yeah, you're right. But that's my whole point, man. At preseason with all this talent, and if you the new Chubb was going to come too, everybody in here right now would have predicted more than 12 wins. You would have been 13 or even 14. Tell me I'm wrong. How many games did you expect us to win with all this talent if you knew Chubb was coming too? Put it in the comment section. How many games did you expect to win? Oh no, sky's the limit. I know. I'm just cracking jokes off of the fake speculation. All of it was fake. Everything they said about Flores was fake. 12, 15, 13, 14. 13, 14, 14, 14. 9, Jesus. 17, 9, 11, 13 at least. Yeah, I know. The majority of people would have said 12 or 13. We're on pace for 10 or 11 in a great situation. You still get to 12 if you go undefeated. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody said got to give it one more year. Lord. Hey, let's go. If the season doesn't go as planned, we know that Tua is not the answer. Let's be honest. We could see who could we get in the draft or trade for. I don't know. It depends on what draft capital you want to use to move in what draft position. It depends on who's available to be traded for. This is loaded, man. and we don't have the assets and the money like we hope to, and we would have to get rid of at least one or two of our major players in a trade. We're in a bad situation if this don't work out. That's why Tua gotta just somehow figure it out. But here's the bad part. This is what y'all continue to not want to talk about. Even if we make the playoffs, even if Tua, we go 4-0 and Tua plays well the last few games, and that's only happening because the other teams were stupid to play the defense that he loves. That's the only reason. But if that happens, y'all going to be okay with being blinded then. You're going to be like, hey, we won 12 games. I mean, we was enough with Tua. Y'all going to be okay. And then we're going to always, we lost in the first round, though, or the second round. And y'all going to be okay going through the same side. We're going to become the new Dallas Cowboys, where that team is always good enough to not be good enough. They're always playoff hopes at the end. They always just miss it or just get in. They always, when they just get in, just lose. Always make you think that next year, that one move is, this should be it. We just got to do right. That's what this team is set up to be. And I just don't want to live through it. I want to recognize what's what now, but I feel like it's too late. I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's too late. We're about to go down that road. And unfortunately, it ain't nothing I can do about it. I got to deal with these 2 years saying, see, I told you so 5 times a year. And then they go silent 3 times a year when he do what he do. Over and over and over. I got to see some badness from him. Then I got to see, I didn't expect that from him. See, that's what people need to realize. Tua gonna always give you the, man, I ain't see this coming, but man, that's what he did versus the Lions, Tigers, and Bears, oh my. But at the same token, look at what the defenses did. Look at what the defenses did to him. It's no different from Tannehill 2 years ago. Looked absolutely amazing in the regular season for Tennessee. He got structure now. Then they game plan for him in the playoffs. He couldn't get over 100 yards. This ain't nothing new, man. If Tua not the guy, all hell Skynet. He looked good in those couple series against the Vikings. The man's has the intangibles. I just think that Tua will always do just enough to fight him off and keep on disappointing us. I don't know. Tua be great. That's all I can say to you. TD, would you want Tua back next year if we win a Super Bowl? Absolutely. We got one Lombardi. I don't care if we trash for the next 10 years. Let's go Tua, put his trophy in front of the stadium. He can go out there and not be able to read defenses and miss ducks and play like trash for the next 10 years. We got a Lombardi. I got some bragging rights, and I live to see it. I can care less. Fool me. Flacco me. I'll sign up for the Flacco package. Give me the Flacco package all day. I just want a Lombardi. I don't care who give it to us. If it's Tua, let's go. He the GOAT. He the GOAT. Dan Marino couldn't wear his shoes. I don't care how bad he look after that. Dan Marino ain't nothing compared to Tua. I don't care what you got to say. I'm a real Dolphin fan. I just want the Lombardi. Until you do it, I'm going to talk about and criticize what we need to do and what we got that's messing it up. But however, if miracle happen and we do it, man, put that statue out there. I'm going to get 10 jerseys. I'm doing it all. I don't care. That's all it's about is the Lombardi. That's all it's about. All these people, well, you got to take one step at a time. You know, you want to make the playoffs. That's what, man, it's teams that get loaded teams that make the playoff 1 year and don't make it again. Just like Denver. They had all the aspirations in the world. Look at that mess. So forgive me for wanting the best for my team at all times. But what we got, if it end up working out, I shut my mouth and be proud. I will fight the Tuaniers to let me in the club. And no, man, please, man, man, you gonna let me be a Tuanier? I can kill that. Give me my Lombardi. Give me the Lombardi, man. That's what it's about, y'all. That's what it's a freaking about at the end of the day. So I'm always be passionate for my team. And it's time for more people like me to call out the trash so that we can be better. For 20 years, we've allowed trash. She just kicking my mic, having a good old time. For 20 years, we've allowed the trash, and we're like, they never got any kickback. And that's, in my opinion, has been our biggest problem. So I said, not the Flacco package. Why not? You better take that Flacco package. It came with a Super Bowl. That Flacco package is just fine to me. Give me the Flacco package. Oh, man. Already got my Tua jersey. He that dude. I get it. Anyway, man. It's 10 o'clock. Maybe we should do this film tomorrow during the day. I don't know. We going on 3 hours. We still got 400 and something people rocking, though. It might be best to do this tomorrow, man. Yeah, it'll be best to. Yeah, give me that Nick Foles. I'll take that too. Give me the Nick Foles package, the Joe Flacco package. I'll take it. I will take it. Hey, you done eating? Good burp. I'll take it, man. Yeah, y'all, I'm going to make an executive decision tonight. We're going to do that film study tomorrow during the day, maybe early. We'll do the film study starting tomorrow morning, 9, 10 o'clock, 11, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and do some playtime with her on the floor, getting her neck stronger and all of that. You ready? You ready, mama? Hi, mama. Hi, mama. Yeah. Ooh, you beat me up. You want to go somewhere? Where you trying to go? Where you trying to go, huh? You just calm and chilling. You like chilling with daddy? You like chilling with daddy? I feel like you about to let something out on me. We'll see. Sorry, TD. You'll never see a Lamborghini in your lifetime. I saw one today, actually. I saw a Lamborghini today parked. I saw one. I've seen plenty in my lifetime. I don't know if you meant like driving one. I could have $1 billion and I wouldn't buy a Lamborghini. You know, I'll probably go get me a nice $30,000 typical vehicle, $35,000, $40,000 typical SUV, and be me. I'm not one of those guys that chase all that type of stuff, because it's none of my business what other people think about me or what I have. Ricardo said Nick Files, aka Skylar package. Hey, Skylar might be a package. Skylar might be a package. Oh, he said Lombardi, not Lamborghini. I was going to say, okay, my bad. Lombardi, I'm going to see a Lombardi in the Miami Dolphins in my lifetime. I'm going to see one. TD prefers Rolls Royce. Nah, I ain't with all the luxury cars. For me, for what? Is it going to get me from A to B any different? It's just not me. I mean, I like a nice vehicle, but I'm just not one of those people that be like, man, I'm going to pay over $100,000 for something, even if I had it. Just don't see it. And maybe that will change, later in life, but right now I just don't see it. But yeah. Hey, mama. You was just calm, ain't you? What are you looking at? You looking at that little light moving? You like that? No, you can't get to it. I know you want it, but no, you're gonna put it in your mouth and you can't. Um, you're right, TD. Waste the money. Yeah, man. I go get a $40,000 vehicle instead of a $250,000 vehicle. Take the $210,000 that I saved and go get an investment property that gives passive income to baby girl. You know, so when she 18, she look up and be like, "Oh, daddy, you gave me all of this." Yeah, baby, you own that, you own that, you own that, and you own that. And that brings you about $10,000 a month in cash flow. So you don't really have to work in your life. You just got to manage it. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. There go that spit up. And I'm going to teach you how to do that, okay? Okay? And then you got to teach your little ones how to do it. Just don't make me no quick granddaddy. Oh, man. Yep, Tua will get hurt as a cop-out. I guarantee it as a cop-out. No, don't say it. Tua is scary. Fight or flight. He's out of there Saturday night. Ooh, man, don't put that on him, man. Oh, man, don't put that on him. Wealthy people do not floss. Yeah, because wealthy people don't care what other people think about them. That's the number one sickness that most people have to overcome. Caring about what other people think about you. You can always tell somebody who care what others think about them by how they're purchasing things, trying to show a certain image. Y'all be seeing me. I don't be flyed up. I mean, I do well for myself in some areas, but I don't be trying to I mean, wear some J's, and that's only because I like J's, not because of what they cost or what it represent, because they don't represent nothing to me. I just think they're very durable and they last long. And I actually wear them all the time to where they can wear out in 3 years. But yeah, so look at you. You is just a handful tonight, ain't you? Yeah. But yeah, man, that's how it is. Do we need a physical? Oh, I left this question out. Do we need a physical receiver? Yes, we do. We don't have one of those on the team, and that was a problem for us on Sunday. A big physical. It ain't a receiver on our team that would have done what Mike Williams did to Xavier Howard. Not a single receiver on our team could have done what Mike Williams did when that ball was somewhat slightly underthrown by Herbert, but he pulled the blanket and came over him. They not big enough to make those type of moves. Our receivers can't do that. That's why you always need that security blanket or that outlet. That's why I thought that Devontae Parker would be back for those occasional moments. Ooh, girl, you are really getting me, ain't you? You burping up and spitting up on me. Where's your rag? Okay. Ooh. Let me get this side. You good? You ate too much. Don't be laughing. Don't be laughing. You ate too much. You had to. But yeah, man. Yeah, I see some of y'all talk about stocks and stuff about life and all of that. I'm thinking about doing a little late night show on a new channel, a podcast, just kicking back and talking about general things in life and having a good time, man, with people like y'all, man. And I'm building a community that way as well, because football ain't the only thing in my life, you know. I love Jesus, I love God, I love my family, my wife, my children, and I love, this world that God gave us and all the things that happen in it. So think about doing something like that, late night conversations with TD or something like that. Just sometimes, 2 or 3 times a week, fire up a live, kick back, answer questions, talk about what I think about some of the things going on, and let y'all in on even more of me. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, no, mama. Yeah. Mm. 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 Yeah, amen, TD. You're a blessed man. Oh man, hey man, y'all gotta get something straight. I keep trying to tell y'all, I love God, I love Jesus, and I try to do things in my life that is along that path, in all the teachings that the word says. But I ain't perfect, okay? I ain't perfect. I don't want people to be like, oh, I'm the Bible thumpers and all of that type of stuff. I try to be the best version of myself I can be and let God lead me where I should be. That I'm learning every day how to be better and consistent at it as well. So to all y'all out there, man, stop thinking you got to be perfect in life. You don't. You just got to be trying to be a better version of yourself every chance you get. Trying to grow. Truth to Heart said, we all know TD will flip-flop if he get a Lombardi and say, I would get one for $1 million, but 950,000 is different. Just kidding. Lord, listen, I don't care what you say. Lombardi, I'm whatever. I'm down for whatever. All right. TD, when will the Tua plague finally be over? The Tua plague? No. This Tua plague is here to stay for a long time. I'm telling y'all. That's why deep down I feel like, see what happens. This is why he's dangerous. You know how we're saying he never wins the big game. He's 0 for 4 in our books on big games. Rookie season, Buffalo knocked out the playoffs. That's the big game. Second year, Tennessee knocked out. This year, San Francisco. Chargers shouldn't have been. It wasn't for the team, but it was for him. And I didn't even expect us to lose that game. And we lost. He's 0-4. And the problem with this fan base is we'll do something like beat Buffalo this week, and he'll be 1-5, and they'll treat that one win as if the other 4 didn't happen, as if in the big games Tua finally he knows how to show up. And then we'll go to the freaking playoffs or something in a big game and we'll lose because of him. Then we'll get back the next year and we'll have a loss because of him. There was a big game. And he'll give you a few more losses in big games. Then all of a sudden we'll get one. And they'll be like, see, Tua is the type of guy who people gonna be fooled for a long time. I'm just gonna leave it at that. He ain't gonna lay down like this often. We'll do something creative and new that'll make him look good. But then when they catch on to that too, he back to him. And I'm not even scared of it anymore. I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for it. So, Tua's the guy. Y'all need to get over it. What's Hill's ankle status? Limping. He'll be out there playing, trying to get this record. He'll still be trying to get the record. And I think that what's his name? Devontae Adams got more yards than him, I believe now. Hey, mama. You funny. Holy bleep, you still talking about Tua? That's all we do until he either win us a Super Bowl or he gone. We're gonna talk about him because I know he is the only one that's gonna make or break this team. So y'all need to understand. That's the one who's gonna make or break this team. So he the only one that matter to me. I talk about everybody else, but it's what you need to know, and we done. TD, should I start Waddle in fantasy playoffs this week? No, bro. No, thank you for saying that. I need to go set my lineups, and I hate that Debo hurt because going into the playoffs, he gave me enough points in that game, 14 points before he got hurt, which was amazing. But now I'm in the playoffs, and I'm like, gosh, there's some major hitters on my team that's hurt. Cooper Kupp got hurt. He on my bench. Now Debo. So my teams were the best draft. I got A's. I got an A in my draft, and I was the best draft. But Cooper Kupp and Debo gone for my playoffs. The rest of the roster is solid, but I don't know if it'll be enough to push me over. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Like I said, we'll do some of this film study tomorrow. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all been rocking with me all night. Fins up no matter what. Y'all take care of yourself. I'm praying for y'all. Blessings, prosperity, and just happiness. Happiness and the spirit of ambition. The spirit of wanting better, even if you're doing good, man. Because it attracts and it'll come to you. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. See y'all tomorrow. Let's get it. And don't be chickening out. Y'all better show up to the round table tomorrow. We're going to take our lashes, but I'm going to talk my talk because we still going to win this division. All right? Well, we still could, but we'll see. But anyway, I'll see y'all soon. Peace. I'm out. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. You going to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Oh, you just want to hide now. You ain't hiding from nobody. Peace, y'all.